can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite major league teams, legends, and players. Each item is MLB.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today, we have Game 2 of the Red Sox-Rangers series, Game 38 on the year. The Red Sox play the Rangers in Boston at home at Fenway Park. And we're not starting late this time, we're starting on time this time, and we don't got rain in the forecast. So we're going to be playing the full straight consecutive game, brother. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Happy to be joined now by the Rangers' newest coach. How you doing, Brett?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a whirlwind, but good first day. You know, came in and kind of meeting the guys and just kind of getting used to the new family kind of. A lot of coaches and a lot of guys behind the scenes and meet the players. You know, I've seen them from afar. I've been following them for a couple of years now, so I keep my eye on them. But getting to meet with them and just talking to kids. Yesterday was actually great for me because of the rain and we were in the cage all day, so I got a chance to just kind of get to know what makes them tick and see the personalities a little bit. But I'm excited about this. I'm working for one of my favorite men in baseball, and that's Boch. We've been buddies for a long time now, and have him as the skipper. I couldn't ask for a better scenario. Last thing I thought I'd be doing, but I'm glad I'm here.
I was getting ready to ask, could anybody else have brought you back to the field if it wasn't for Boch?
Maybe a few guys. You know, it's weird. I had this discussion with my wife. She's like, would you go back? I said, in a coaching capacity, I don't know. It'd have to be the perfect.
What's up, Daniel Barry? How you doing today?
You know, I kind of hesitated and I thought about it. And I said, probably if I had a list, Boch is right there at the top.
Yes, so tonight,
said,
the Red Sox and the Rangers. We have, for the starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers is Tyler Mahle, who has had a really good year so far this year, has a 1.19 ERA in 7 games played, has 32 strikeouts in 37 2/3 innings pitched. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox is Tanner Houck, who has had the exact opposite. He has had an atrocious season this year, but last time out in Toronto actually wasn't that bad. Last time out in Toronto, he pitched 7 innings, only gave up 1 earned run, and struck out 6. But this season, he has a 6.38 ERA in 7 games played, has 30 strikeouts and 36 2/3 innings pitched. Starting lineup for the Texas Rangers got Josh Smith at first base, Wyatt Langford bats second and left field, Corey Seager bats third at shortstop, Jock Peterson bats fourth at DH, Marcus Semien bats fifth at second base, Adolis Garcia bats sixth in right field, Evan Carter bats seventh in center field, Jonah Heim bats eighth at catcher, and Josh Young bats ninth at third base. For the Boston Red Sox, Jarren Duran, my boy, leads off in left field. Rafael Devers bats second at DH. Alex Bregman bats third at third base. Christian Campbell bats fourth at second base. Wilyer Abreu bats fifth in right field. Trevor Story bats sixth at shortstop. Romy Gonzalez bats seventh at first base. Connor Wong bats eighth from catcher. And Ceddanne Rafaela bats ninth in center field. Hopefully tonight's game will be better than last night.
It's every day.
But honestly, I kind of doubt it a little bit, Tyler Mahle's been pitching really, really well this year.
And you come back and I'm sitting at Fenway Park again, 20 years later, almost 17 years later, and I'm thinking, you have a little more time because I don't have to go out there and chase a slider off the plate and appreciate this unit. And it's pretty awesome.
Last question for you. How'd your brother take the news when he found out you were doing this?
I said, now I can hate the Yankees again. I love them. I've always hated them. I've always hated playing against them. I've got some haunting stories from some heartbreak stories from old Yankee Stadium. But no, I'm proud of my brother. We've always been very supportive of one another playing days, and now watching him what he's done with the Yankees. He's on the hot seat all the time, but I'm proud. I think he's done a hell of a job over there in New York. But I said, yeah, now I don't care. I kind of want you to lose. So it's going to be fun. I get to see him in a couple weeks. And I don't know what it'll be like. It's always when we still check in on each other, pull for each other, but when we're playing each other, we ain't pulling for each other.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, you got that mutual disdain with the Red Sox fans here. Congratulations on the new gig. Certainly.
Yeah, phone on D&D. Nobody fucking bother me.
Red Coat, of course, the brother of the Yankee skipper Aaron Boone. Red Sox with Tanner Houck on the mound tonight, trying to get back on the winning side of things against the Texas Rangers. They have been a thorn in the Red Sox side so far in 2025. Houck trying to get into the win column himself. Game number 2 coming your way next.
I'm loving the lot.
In a world of rising prices, Nissan is lowering them on our 2 most popular SUVs. The always adventure-ready Pathfinder and our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. 9 U.S. factories to your driveway since 1983. Now get 3.9% APR for 60 months on Rogue, one of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
Dr. Rick, we are thinking sandwiches again for lunch. What should I put you down for?
Oh, boundaries. They can be tough for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Now, I'm either going to go tuna melt or Reuben. They're known for their
Remember,
Reuben.
when the door closes, so does the conversation.
Oh, yes, gotcha. Okay. Looks like the soup of the day is tomato bisque.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
I could go tuna melt. If you want to go Reuben, we could do a mix and match.
AI can turn your lights on.
Lights on.
And drive your car. And even write your kid's essay. But AI ain't gonna fix your broken water line or pay for the big repair bill. Having a plan from HomeServe offers real solutions. And when a covered system breaks, we'll send a qualified contractor and pay for the repair. There's nothing artificial about the peace of mind you get with a plan from HomeServe. Getting one is quite intelligent.
Plans from HomeServe start at just $4.99 a month.
Any questions?
How did you become the Capital One Bank guy?
I've always been passionate about no fees or minimums on checking accounts.
Aren't you in the Hall of Fame?
And didn't you live in space?
What's in your wallet?
Red Sox baseball on Nessens, brought to you by Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, celebrating 70 years in business. By Nissan, shop NissanUSA.com today. And by Plymouth Rock, the official auto and home insurance provider of the Boston Red Sox. Sox and Rangers ready to have at it. Middle game of the series, which will end tomorrow afternoon at 1:35. More tonight. Let's toss it down to Jemai Webster.
Thank you very much, Dave. Tonight is Tanner Houck's night, and he's coming off the best start that he's had all year, holding the Toronto Blue Jays to just 1 run across 7 innings. It seems that over the last few, he's found his sea legs again, something resembling the all-star form he was able to find last year. I asked Red Sox manager Alex Cora about him. Here's what he has to say about what has Houck going so good right now.
Velo in the last one, that was really good. Location of the fastball since the second inning in Cleveland has been outstanding. Just moved the fastball around, being able to expand after that. But fastball command and obviously velo in the one against the Jays.
Houck, of course, getting his second crack at Texas. He faced him in the season opening series in Arlington, and that starting went 5 2/3, but he gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, 2 of those being home runs, and home runs have been a little problematic for him as of late. After allowing just 11 last year, he's already given up 7, trying to lock it in once more. First pitch coming in just a few minutes. Up to you, Dave.
All right, Jemai, thank you. Red Sox, in fact, have lost 6 of his last 7 starts, so trying to turn a lot of things around tonight. Valley coming in out of the bullpen. There's a guy who has not allowed a single home run this year.
Yeah, no, he's been tough. Not one single
Tyler
home
Valley
run.
hasn't
Really,
allowed
it's
a single home run this year. Wow.
For Tanner Houck, they've hit 4 homers off it. Last year, only 1 all year.
So we'll see if the ball is flying here tonight. It was, as far as the line drives yesterday for Texas, as they pounded out 16 hits and won yesterday's game going away. Red Sox trying to turn the tide on them tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a great night to play baseball. Beautiful night. The wind's blowing a little out. I'm going to give it 6 miles an hour because you always check the flag above where we're sitting, even though the flag in center field, it is blowing out a little bit to left and center field.
Red Sox wrapping up the homestand tomorrow afternoon, 1:35, and then hitting the road. And this is going to be a very challenging road trip to come as we check out the schedule. They're going to Kansas City. The Royals are playing some exceptional baseball. They've won 4 straight games, 8 out of 10. And then it is on to Detroit. And the Tigers have the best record in the American League. They've won 7 of their last 10. And at home, they're 13-3. So no cakewalk coming up here for the Sox on this trip.
No, the schedule's going to get difficult. Even when you come back home, right? The Braves are playing better baseball. Then you've got the Mets, right? So the next, 14 games or so, it's going to be challenging.
Take a look at the Red Sox starting pitcher, brought to you by BioToyota.com. That's Tanner Houck. He's 0-2. ERA at 6.38. But coming off his best outing of the season in Toronto, that no decision. 4-2 is the final. Red Sox lost the game, but he was outstanding. 7 innings and really threw the ball hard. Taking on a Ranger lineup. At the top, Josh Smith, who's been cooking with the bat, hitting .330. Langford, Seager, Peterson, Simeon, and Garcia, Carter, Heim, and Young will round it out for the Rangers.
Let's take a look at the Red Sox defense presented by Bigelow Tea. Across the infield, Alex Bregman will be at third with Story and Campbell up the middle. Romy Gonzalez gets the nod at first base. In the outfield, left to right, it's going to be Duran, Rafaela, and Abreu with Connor Wong doing the catching.
Come on.
Umpires tonight presented by M&T Bank. C.B. Buckner will have home plate.
Oh, God damn it, not C.B. Buckner.
Second, John Bacon will make the call to third.
Well, tonight's going to be fucking stupid. We got C.B. Buckner as the home plate umpire.
Brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicle. And the weather forecast, 71 degrees, partly cloudy, dry. And the wind at the moment blowing out here at Fenway.
Boy, that was the first thing we used to love to see as a hitter. Get that wind blowing out. When it goes in, you're like, oh yeah, line drives. Well, what are those? We want to hit homers.
Yeah, then you turn around and see C.B. Buckner. This one should be interesting.
You said it. CB, have a good night back there.
That's right.
All right.
Josh Smith getting in the first one.
Here we go.
Little chopper toward first
And the
base.
first pitch will be a ground out to first base for out number 1.
And Tanner Houck off to a very quick start.
And you guys are thinking that was just a little chopper right there, and then Riley just making that play. It misses that lip by like a half an inch, and that's one that almost stays low. I was like, oh no.
We'll send up Wyatt Langford. Tanner 0-2 lifetime against the Rangers with a .591 earned run average.
So Wyatt Langford's up to hit. He's hitting .292 on the year. Here's the pitch, and that'll be ball 1.
The sinkers early on. We mentioned it. For the most part in the year, he throws the sinker about 40% of the time. Up in Toronto, 63. Averaged 95.8. It got up to 97.5. Was the best fastball he's had all year. 2 out of the gate.
Yeah, he had a different look on his face. Like he was determined he was going to throw a great baseball game. And he went out and did. Red Sox didn't win it, but it was not on him with 2-0.
That's ball strike 1.
Let's check out Tanner Houck's Arsenal. It's presented by Audi. This is that last start against Toronto. Look at the sinker usage. The split, he just showed it enough. It's been getting hit hard here recently, but he showed him enough to keep him honest.
It's 2-2.
Well, she's got that as well.
Yeah, that's a showstopper right there, that pitch. You can see right here after throwing hard, then you get this as a hitter. You're like, oh, right there. That's just a nice. The hip goes and boom.
Langford, a 5-game hitting streak coming in. He's 2 for 6 against Tanner.
And that's strike 3.
On the sweeper for his first K in the book. 2 up, 2 down.
This one, probably not the best 0-2, right? Might have got away with something because it was up, but it was outer half. That sweeper is, and this is what you want to see from Tanner. I'm so used to seeing guys with uncomfortable swings, uncomfortable at bats. He's had a couple where they look too comfortable. That's why I like that big sweeper swing down and away.
Corey Seager checking in at 286, 4 home runs. He's 1 for 12 against the Sox right-hander in his career. Just getting started, bases empty.
Corey Seager's up. That'll be strike 1.
It's funny watching
So
Seager
1-1 count to
here.
Seager.
I didn't realize how open his front stance is. I mean, it's almost a little bit devilish.
Corey Seager hitting 286 on the year.
He's very square, but that's way more open there.
And that'll be caught by Christian Campbell, and it'll get to first base in time for out number 3.
Tanner Houck off to the races, and the Sox are coming.
So that'll end the first inning, or that'll bring us to the bottom of the first inning. Tanner Houck pitching really well there, 9 pitches. No earned runs, no base runners. Very clean inning for Houck.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade, you gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
I think the sneaky team to watch is the Giants. It's going to be fun to watch this staff. That is the best ballpark in the world to pitch in San Francisco.
A lot of experience up top.
I like where this team's headed. Doesn't get any better than this.
Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting pitcher in all of baseball. If this Giants team is going to make noise, it's going to be because of their starting rotation.
Yeah, for me, it's really important for us to establish that.
You're going to be talking about the Giants in September again.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros.
Was brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Conawang at 133, hitting over 300 in his career against Tyler Malley. Jaron Durant about to lead things off against the right-hander, the Texas Rangers starting pitcher. He's 3-1, a 119 earned run average. That's the 3rd lowest in the big leagues.
All right. There's Talon Miley. Where is Raffy?
Equal to it, 1 away.
Like I said, Raffy's probably out fighting in the Balrog right now.
Josh Young, he's going to be at third
He's
base.
always doing something. He's very rarely accounted for.
Left to right is Langford, Carter, and Garcia, and Jonah Heim. He'll be doing the catching.
That was already 1 pitch, 1 out.
Raffy Devers at 252 with 5 home runs.
So Rafael Devers comes up. There he is. There's Raffy.
The Red Sox 6 hits last night. That's all they managed. Red Sox now 18-19. They've dipped below 500 for the first
That's
time
ball
since
1.
the 14th of April. And they lost 16-1 at Tampa. Then they ripped off 4 in a row in 6 out of 7.
Well, you know, Raffy the dinosaur was named after Rafael Devers, right?
Fastball on top of the zone split. They saw it with Ryan.
But like I said, he's out fighting the Balrog, you know. He's doing some intense shit. He's busy right now. He really would not like if I bothered him.
Come into play. He's just been lights out since we've seen him up in Texas.
I'm gonna leave him be.
And he was anything but.
Like, I don't even know if I could get to him if I wanted to.
He was all over the place.
Let's check out Tyler Malley's pitching arsenal. It's presented by WB Mason. We mentioned that 4-seam fastball. Almost 50% of the time, the splits the second pitch or show cutter slider. Get some swing and miss on that 4-seam and the cutter.
2-1 to Raffy.
That'll be 3-1. He is not dead. Well, I mean, I think he's going to beat the Balrog. There's a chance that he doesn't. But
it's not a strike.
I think he's going to survive.
Strike below the zone, but the 2-0 fastball at 91.
2-2 count to Rafael Devers, and that'll be a full count, 3-2.
Bregman on deck. Red Sox just 1-4 against the Rangers so far this season.
Hey, I didn't ask him. That'll be ball 4, so Rafael Devers will get on first base with the walk. 6-pitch walk right there. I did not ask him, but Honestly, I doubt that he
They would
does.
win the game 4-3, but
And even if he does, how good is that computer still going to work?
Not there. He's at 89 to 92 so far at the four-seamer. Great split finger and all that stuff. But he has to hit the corners. You know, you can't miss middle with that velocity.
Bregman 4 for 10 off him, puts it in play. Seager gets the out there on the floor.
And that'll be a double play to end the inning. So that's the end of the first inning. A very fast first inning. As we head to the second inning here in Boston, Massachusetts. A scoreless ball game.
The MLB Network podcast.
Only one base runner
Join your
from Rafael Devers.
personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on
NASCAR 15 needs about 2 potatoes and a lemon to work. Well, that might not even be able to, you know.
Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of it gets you. Yeah, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No bacon.
Is it straight protein?
Yeah.
It's going to be a fair ball for Cianfrocco. He's going to get at least a double. There's that tough corner. Throw coming in. It's way over. I don't know what happened. It might have hit the stands. And the Padres have scored a run on that ball.
Watch this. He goes down, picks it up, and he gets a piece of paper between the ball and his fingers.
That's the weirdest play I've seen in forever.
Drive to right field. O'Neal Cruz with a Cruz missile. Oh, baby. O'Neal Cruz.
It might need 2 potatoes and a lemon to work, but does it need 2 potatoes and a lemon? Like, what? It needs to work well, you know?
And that's the one way to improve the offense. Have O'Neal Cruz heat up. Took a breaking ball last night for the grand slam. Gets a breaking ball here. Now they go down it. Breaking ball left over the middle.
This guy is the entire package.
Struck him out. My goodness.
He has a weapon for every hitter.
Good luck. 99.
And what I like most about him, he pitches with an attitude.
They're still on their feet for Paul Skeens.
Everyone wants to watch.
Top 2 at Fenway, Texas, and the Red Sox, 0-0. Great Bruce Bochy. There's his team coming back a little bit. 16 hits last night. And a new hitting instructor, and Brett Boone.
Ooh.
Spinning out
That's
of the
ball
lane,
1, Jock Peterson.
Brett was really interesting to listen to.
Well, I don't even know if he has.
Up to him on the pregame show.
It's not a game that requires much.
Talking about hitting and talking about the new position. And he said, you know, there's only one guy in baseball I'd come back and do this for, and that's the manager, Bochy.
Yeah, it's that old school feel, right? You have the analytics going. They were.
I don't even know if that would still be an Intel
95%
thing.
Steen, and then you got like old school. Boch came back, obviously won the World Series, and then there's this fine line where you need a little bit of both. And Boone's going to bring that old school. Hey, sometimes we're going to go in the corner and look at percentages and stuff. At some point, it's just a mindset, and you're trying to train that mind with some confidence walking the plate.
Peterson only hitting 114 without a home run. We'll lay out that one downstairs. Do you think it's gone a little bit too far? The whole concept of every time you have it at bat, you're running back to your iPad, sitting in the dugout, watching every second of that. In the old days, wasn't it more by the old days? I mean, like 7 or 8 years ago.
That'll make it a full count, 3-2 to Jock Peterson.
That's my pet peeve, though, is that you got.
Jock Peterson's now hitting 114 on the year. Before last night, he was hitting 094, but got the 2 hits. Yeah, he's not been hitting well this year, but did pretty good last night. When I say he's not been doing well, I mean he's been doing terrible. And there's another base hit for Jock Peterson. You know we're a bad team when the bad players play good against us.
But I will just say, to conclude it, the hitting coaches are there for us, and then your players are in the box and are seeing the stuff, so you are each other's hitting coach. But at the end of the day, hitting is an attitude. You got to figure out for 7 seconds walking from the on-deck circle when they announce your name that you're the biggest gangster on the field. And that's the way you got to think. I'm the best player on the field when you got 7 seconds. It's on-deck circle to that plate, and then it's game time.
Simeon with a cut and a miss.
You know, back in the day, whatever you want to call it, the one thing they always talked about was you're thinking too much.
Yep.
Right? Like, just listen, don't open. How many times, even at the big league level, do you hear people say, just see the baseball? Just compete in the box.
That's funny how both of you guys were saying.
That's strike 2.
The best hitting coach for you guys was the same guy. It was Jason Varitek.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what we do.
Teammates.
You lose your instincts if you think too much, right? It's like if you're learning golf, like there's 4,000 things to think about. Hey, at the end of the day, keep your head still, or your left eye behind the baseball, or the golf ball. So baseball, hitting's the same thing. You work in the cages, but once that game starts, you can give me too much overload. You're playing percentages, right? We know that, okay, great. He's going to 2-1, 60% he throws a sweeper. Cool. You take that.
Yeah,
it's an educated guess, but at the end of the day, there's nothing 100% other than your attitude and your makeup going in that box.
Simeon 3 for 18 against Tanner.
And Marcus Simeon, that'll be a 2-2 count to him.
Rings, right? Like, I heard him talking to Jemai earlier. Like, listen, he told the team, you guys won the World Series 2 years ago. You're the best offense in baseball. That's why we thought this team was going to be good again, because last year they all learned to perform. He's got some really good hitters in this lineup. Just got to remind them of it.
That goes flying. This one popped up toward the Red Sox dugout, but uncatchable.
Well, his first day in the job.
Wow.
Man, I just want to let you know, like, well, I'm just
Second straight night, a fan has got a bat.
You're hitting 50 with 1 RBI. Go be Jock Peterson, please. You know, we all get off mentally, right? We all get off trying to do too much. Or let's go back to just being Jock Peterson, whatever that is, hitting fastballs till 2 strikes, or hunting the cheese, or sitting breaking ball, whatever you want. But it is a mindset, and I promise you, there's no secret. Here's a list, and this is how.
Simeon's not happy with himself. He's hitting 190 on the air. He really needs to step it up because he's, a top dog.
Yeah, no,
he does the last 2 nights.
I think he was 7 versus last 81 before the game started last night.
No score on top of the second, a base runner in Peterson for Texas. Off the plate. Which is not to say that the information isn't wonderful to have at your fingertips. It's going to help make it better. There's no question about it. But we hear often there's overload with guys. There's too much in their heads. And it causes massive issues. 3-2 will be filed away.
I think we all have that, right? We all can get, even coming up here, I get all nervous. I'm trying to look for all stuff. At the end of the day, my eyeballs are going to tell me, right? You're great at what you do. You have and know, but we're here to watch the game and see things that are on paper.
3-2 to Simeon. Pop that one up to right. In comes Abreu, long run.
And that'll be caught for out number 1.
Gunning over to first base to double up Jock Peterson. That's how dangerous he can be.
I think he would have too if he got a grip. Looked like he just didn't get a grip in the glove, and at that point realized it was too late. But right there, that's a quick release.
Great communication too.
Yeah.
Great. Campbell went back, knew it was getting a no man's land. He peeked at Abreu, and he already called him off. That's communication. That's the most important thing in the outfield.
And that's something earlier in the year too. There's a couple of those with Campbell being kind of new to that position where he
I love Willier running for it, saying, I got it. And yeah, we see that, bud.
Garcia, 236, 4 home runs.
So Adolis Garcia, there's ball 1 or strike 1. Damn, that should have been a ball, but CB Buckner sucks. But I won't complain.
Now, good numbers against Tanner's 4 for 8 with 2 home runs. So Houck has to be careful here with a man at first.
And that'll be grounded to Campbell. That'll be to first base for 1 out, but he will not be able to get the double play. So Jock Peterson will advance down to second base, but that'll be out number 2.
Obviously, Story being a little shifted over, and he's going to go on their side of the bag right here. Tremendous. Never hesitated looking for a flip. He immediately was going one.
Do whatever I want.
Outs are important. You got 27 of them.
Yeah, it was a nice commitment too, because at first he was thinking, can I get to the bag and hold it? Where is this ball? Then you realized he couldn't, and the only play he had was at first to at least get 1.
Evan Carter, center fielder. They just recalled from the minors yesterday. With a man at second, 2 gone. Just getting started here in the second inning.
That'll be ball 1 to Evan Carter. Way out there.
With Peterson in scoring position. A couple of finals from earlier today. Seattle got by the Athletics 6-5. St. Louis knocked off the Pirates and blanked them 5-0.
And that'll be flied out to center field. That'll be caught for out number 3. So that'll bring us to the bottom of the second inning here in Boston, Massachusetts, in a scoreless game But the Texas Rangers pick up a base hit there with Jock Peterson, and that'll bring us to the bottom of the second inning. Scores from around the league. Games have been completed. The Mets and the D-backs played in Arizona. The Mets win that 7-1. The Mariners and the Athletics played in Sacramento. The Mariners win 6-5. The Giants and the Cubs played at Wrigley Field in Chicago. That was a 3-1 ball game. The Pirates and the Cardinals played in St. Louis today. That was 5-0. Cardinals win. Astros beat the Brewers in Milwaukee today, 9-1. The Guardians beat the Nationals 8-6 in Washington, D.C. And then games that are currently happening, we have the Dodgers and the Marlins. The Dodgers are beating the Marlins 7-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And every other game is either about to start or starting later.
A lot of experience up top. I like where this team's headed.
Doesn't get any better than this. Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting pitcher in all of baseball.
If this Giants team is going to make noise, it's going to be because of their starting rotation.
Yeah, for me, it's really important for us to establish an identity.
You're going to be talking about the Giants in September again.
$50, Ralph. You can buy tickets at redsox.com/5050 through the 8th inning of tonight's game for a chance to win half of the net jackpot. See official rules for full details.
Malley home with the first pitch in the second. That'll be a bounding ball to Seager at short. And Christian Campbell done in on one pitch.
So Christian Campbell, one pitch, and that's grounded to first for out number 1. Willie Abreu's coming in, hitting .278 on the year.
I mentioned the Red Sox are a game under 500. The good news is the Yankees only have 2 more wins than the Red Sox do. They're in first place at 20-16.
Surprising that the AL East is kind of like the worst division right now.
3.5 off the pace.
They're used to being like the best.
At 278 with 7 home runs.
Yeah, but you got to get going too. You know how it is. Everyone's trying to figure things out. When you take off, they take off with you, right? Yeah. That's just where you are.
So strike 1 to Willie Abreu. Here's the pitch from Tyler Malley, and that'll be fouled off for strike 2.
Well, you're right, because the Red Sox have on the upcoming road trip, as we mentioned, Kansas City and Detroit. Also in May, the Mets and the Brewers, and a Braves team that is starting to gain its footing again.
Yeah, I will not be streaming 2 of the Mets games because I'll be in Boston for that series. But the first game of the series I will be live for.
They're an organization that's going to win.
So all of those teams are combined 24 over 500. So the Sox indeed have to get going. Popped up, foul ground.
Popped up into foul ground and caught for out number 2.
The Braves are a lot like this team. I don't care what their record is.
Is this real and true?
And you look at this rotation that's coming at you, you're like, 4 games under 500, I'm not buying it.
Yeah. He was a shortstop at University of Nebraska, and now he's turned into a top 15 pitcher at the big leagues, like dominating. But they always have. It's an organization. Listen, Bryce Sticker's been.
I mean, I never jumped off the Washington Monument.
They are one of those organizations.
Yeah, I never jumped off the Washington Monument, but I did drink a lot of beer.
A good squad.
Yeah, no panic with him. And it's an older coaching staff.
Yep. They're just lifers. Like he spent, I think, 30 years in the farm.
So Trevor Story's up to hit. 0-1 count to him. 259. He's hitting on the year.
That's way more time probably he wanted, but he loves baseball. He's a great man. You're around him, and he loves his players.
That's strike 2.
And there for a strike on Trevor. Story at 259, 5 home runs. Just 6 for his last 50, so in dire need of a hot stretch like he had earlier.
I have a feeling someone's getting ejected tonight. CB Buckner's behind home plate. He's a bitch. He sucks at his job.
And Corey, even before the game, talking about Story. Someone asked, "What are you seeing?" He missed the fastballs he was hitting before. Like he's fouling them all back, like the first pitch. Getting himself deep in the counts.
That one's fouled off.
Another splitter there for Raleigh.
So still 1-2.
Only threw that 44% of the time in his last start.
Got good balls are rubbed up well, and it felt good that night. But I've seen him pitch at 89 tonight, getting a little get over. And that one, that 0-2 pitch, the Story had 93 on it.
That'll be 2-2.
2-2. He came into the game having faced 146 batters this year without allowing a home run. Will that come to an end tonight at Fenway? Little flare into right.
Going to go out to right field, and Adolis Garcia will catch that for out number 3. So a very quick first 2 innings. As we head to the 3rd inning here in Boston, Massachusetts, in a scoreless game. Each team only has 1 base runner. The Rangers got it off the hit from Jock Peterson. The Red Sox got it from the walk from Rafael Devers. The Rays and the Phillies have just gone underway in Tampa Bay. The Yankees and Padres have just begun over in the Bronx. And then the Reds and the Braves are about to start.
I think this is the Phillies' division to win.
Everybody knows their role within the team and are motivated collectively to go after that World Series win.
Bryce Harper is one of the great faces of our sport.
Great one to do great things when it matters. Trey Turner just tools out of his mind.
Trey Turner, mammoth home run.
Zach Wheeler, this guy has been nothing but sensational since he was signed.
This man base loses in the team. I like the city. They're a lot of fun to be able to go on the bench every single day.
They are a complete team. Time to win for the Phillies.
I think the sneaky team to watch is the Giants.
It's going to be fun to watch this staff. That is the best ballpark in the world to pitch in San Francisco.
A lot of experience up top.
I like where this team's headed.
Chester. Hello, buddy.
Doesn't get any better than this.
Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting pitcher in all of baseball.
If this Giants team is going to make noise, it's going to be because of their starting rotation.
Yeah, for me, it's really important for us to establish an advantage.
You're going to be talking about the Giants in September again.
The face of the game of baseball is running through this guy right here.
That dude has electricity coming out of his pores.
You're changing the sport, man. Go out there every day and give that 100%.
Every day he does something that draws your attention. Green is cooking with gas.
It feels like he's finally put it all together. I think Hunter Green's about to become a super ace of a playoff team. That's what the Cincinnati Reds are going to be in 2025.
3-0 score at Fenway. Red Sox and the Texas Rangers.
Here's the top of the 3rd. Jonah Heim's up to hit. That'll be ball 1.
Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. That includes 4.
Jonah Heim's hitting .284 on the year with 4 home runs, 11 RBIs.
In Texas in the first go-around series back in March.
And that's ball 2.
That ball's coming out the hand real effortlessly. Not effortlessly. I was trying to effortlessly. Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ, Kevin.
Got in the way, fake teeth. You're sort of like spitting through the centers. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Every once in a while, you'll create a new word.
It's Malarisms.
I think to myself, that would be great in the dictionary, man. Effortly. I love that.
Should be a word.
Should be already.
3-1 count.
3-1. On Heim, then Young, and then Smith. Top of the order here for Texas. Tanner has yet to win on the Young season. 0-2. And it is 3-1. He will put him on his
That'll be ball 4, so Jonah Heim will get on base with the walk.
Home runs by Jonah Heim, a pair.
We were talking about this yesterday. Pitchers remember, right? Why was he so careful with Jonah Heim? Because the last time he faced him, this happened. Right now you got a leadoff walk, you lead off hit, and you got to try to get out of it again. But you remember who took you deep, especially in the same year.
Now he fouled off for strike 1 to Josh Young.
263 with 2 home runs.
I just don't like the 3-1 breakable first at bat. Like you got 96 coming out of your hand. Let's see how Jonah swings the bat, And it's just, hey, it's probably some kind of number in there, but man, the Hey, that ball's coming out of his hand nice.
Young 2 for his last 17.
1-1.
1 ball and 1 strike. Well, it's turned into a beautiful night. Some late afternoon sunshine now into the evening.
Yeah, it's
here
really
in
looking
Boston.
nice out there.
It's lovely.
Got some sun. Kind of overcast before the game started. That'll be ball 2. 2-1 count to Josh Young.
Day baseball tomorrow.
I will not be live for that.
Kev will be winging it west. Which is not to say he doesn't have a show to do on MLB. He does.
Yep.
And that's going to be across for a strike.
You would have missed you tomorrow.
I know.
You're bailing on us, that ain't right.
I know. I got a 6 a.m. flight. This is the pitch, or last pitch.
Take it.
Yep, that's paintball. But I got the 6 a.m. flight. I love the first because the plane's there. But the 4:30 car service and maybe the 3:45 a.m. It makes you think: do I stay up,
right,
or do I take the 3-hour sleep? I'll take the 3-hour sleep.
2-2. Swinging a fly ball into
And
left
that'll
field.
fly
for
out to
Durant.
left field, and that'll be off the wall. So that'll be, oh, Darren Durant bobbles it there. So that's going to go to second base. So we got runners on second and third.
Darren wasn't too sure on the flight of that one. It got over his head.
This one actually, it looked like it got in on him, right? It was going to hit off his hands, but you got it. Young pulls his hands in. Like, nice job, right? Trying to get the barrel on the baseball. It was hit a little bit better than Jared thought off the bat when he realized he was a little bit too close to that wall.
Yeah, it hit something and kind of ricocheted towards center field. You know, that's the one thing with the monster. It's tough because if it hits one of those numbers out there or scores, it can go anywhere.
It's a double and brings up the
Strike
red
one
hot
to Josh Smith.
0 for 1.
Josh Smith 0 for 1 tonight, but hitting .330 on the year.
Never forget the one that went inside the light.
Massa. Didn't know where it was, right?
Wasn't alone. It totally disappeared in there. Jim Rice, who's seen a few games and hit a few out there. Remember Jim talking about that afterwards, like, you know, I don't remember ever seeing that.
Yeah, I know Jim's got a bunch of those dents up there. He has smashed that tomahawk top hat up that monster a bunch back in the late 70s.
Go ahead.
0-2. Yeah, he offered. And Buckner will
That'll be strike 3.
On a swing and a miss, and a big strikeout there for Houck.
That is a big strikeout, especially a guy like Josh Smith. He comes in this game the last 2 nights, 7 for 9. The guy's on fire. And he just goes that little sweeper down and in. That's a good 2-strike pitch to get the swing and miss. It's a big one.
Tanner trying to get out of it. 2 men ready to score. Here's Langford, 0 for 1 with a K.
So Wyatt Langford
Another guy swinging a
hitting
good
.292
bat.
on the
Good
year.
player. Hit 6 home runs in play.
That'll be caught, and that'll go to first base for out number 1. What?
And the runners will hold at second and third.
That's safe? The runners hold at second and third. What the
So
hell?
he's safely aboard. Langford kind of dancing around Gonzalez there. It'll be an error on Tanner Houck.
I thought he had to have some part of the bag. Because White did a great job of not crushing Rami. It just looked like there was something.
I think he's ended up dropping this baseball to me. Like, hey, once Tanner catches this and looks him back, it can take a little split second. He just turns and fires. We're not even noticing that Romy's there yet.
Yeah, that's
Drops the baseball.
that's crazy. The Red Sox are challenging this.
Once you freeze that runner at third, a little bit of a pause. Gather yourself. You don't need to
Justin,
just
can you
turn and
really,
fire. This is an out, right? This is an easy out.
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah, I thought Rami had the ball. But
Oh, he lost the ball after he caught it. So yeah, maybe that is safe. Red Sox are challenging this. I think that's going to be an unsuccessful challenge.
It's coming loose. Didn't look like he touched the bag.
He never did.
It looked like Langford just kind of danced around
So
the
the
base.
question is, did Romy gather it again when he picked it up? Was he touching the base? Because Langford never touched it. He ran back quickly to grab the base. I think if Romy gathers this ball at all with it.
This play's under review at the moment.
Yeah, him getting in that bag, obviously his foot, the right foot's in back.
But right there, he's got to gather and he's on the base. He's out. See how he runs back? You realize he missed the base.
Oh, yeah, no, he is out.
So, under review, this will be interesting.
I didn't realize he missed the base the first time I saw. I was watching Romy the whole time, but he never touched it.
He never touched the base, so yeah, he should be out.
Picked this ball up.
Wow.
And he's got a foot on it.
Didn't even catch
The
that.
right foot needs to be in front of that bag, taking that throw. You know, he was in the back part of the bag taking the throw, so the foot kind of got all weird, and then the ball dropped, but White never touched the bag, and that's exactly what they're reviewing, because it's not like Alex knew the ball was on the ground.
Right there, he's got the foot in the, yeah. So I'm watching the replay up on the big board here, but you can see it. And again, Romy learned the position too, right? He was late to get to the bag, right? And
yeah, he never touched the bag.
Just that little pause, turn, make.
This is they're taking a long look at
They have
this.
a lot to look at here.
Yeah.
I think he's out.
Because you really have to wait to see Romy pick up the ball with his foot on the bag, which he does very casually after the poor throw by Tanner.
Yeah, right now.
That's one of the weirder plays. Yeah.
We're going to pick it up right there.
But then you got to think about, is that interference? Like, I don't know if that's anything that they're going to look at. Like, because he was in the way of him. Romy was.
He's never touched the base. It's a force out.
Thank you.
But there's a lot to look at here. You got to be patient back in the replay review room. Here it is.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Boston loses their challenge.
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, here comes Corey.
Cora's coming out. He's pissed.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
need an explanation on that one.
It's interesting, because I don't know if you have to tag the runner. It's almost like when you kind of go to the baseline or a ball by you.
It's a force out.
Well, then that's 100% wrong, but it's almost like the wild throw when you kind of round and go to second base. You kind of got to tag him. It's not tagging the bag, but you're right. He didn't touch the bag.
That's fucking bullshit.
I mean, is it possible that they have an angle that suggests he actually touched the bag before
Maybe.
he went
Yeah.
beyond it?
But I feel like you should show that angle. I don't know.
I'm sure he looked like it.
Didn't look at it from what we saw.
He missed it on the inside for sure.
So now Andrew Bailey's coming out to talk to
Well, the bases
Tanner
are going to
Houck.
be loaded here.
Bases loaded, one out.
There will be an E1, so it's been a walk, a double, and an error to load him up here for Texas.
I mean, obviously, Alex got. He was hot coming out, but after the explanation, he sort of just calmly walked backwards. So.
Eventually, during the course of these early innings, we will get an umpire's explanation of it in writing as well, and we will share that with you when we get it. It was pretty perfunctory by the umpire, Mayasana.
It's too bad, too, because that throw was on the money. You can see Josh Young out at second. He broke for third base. He was about 3/4 of the way down the line. That could have been maybe got out of the inning.
Here's Corey
All right.
Seager, 0 for 1. He's grounded
So
out to
Corey
second.
Seager's in. That's strike one.
Opportunity here for the Rangers to put a bunch of runs on the board fast. 0-0. And a liner.
And God damn it.
Campbell, been collected on
Well,
first base.
that'll score a run,
As a run scores.
but they get the out at first for out number 2. So still runners on second and third.
If he comes up with a clean, the Red Sox can get out of the inning.
Yeah.
Ball was smoked right there.
Yeah, it was in between two, and it popped up on him. We're getting an error. The Red Sox in the last 11 games only made 3 errors in 11 games, 1 unearned run.
Well, so the Rangers score first. They make it a 1-0 ball game.
Now they could get out of the inning right there.
By the way, the Seager liner on one hop came off the bat at 112 miles an hour. And here's Peterson, runs at second and third, 1-0 Rangers. Peterson with a base hit, long single to left, first time up. Fouls it away.
Fouled
It's
off.
1-1.
Jock Peterson's up. He had the base hit earlier.
2 down and a run home for Texas. 2-1.
2-1.
This is the big at-bat of the inning right here. You got in some trouble. You got out of that 1 run. Now you got 2 outs. You got to get Jock, right? Big difference between 1-0, 3-0.
Simeon on deck, and a 2-1 from Tanner Houck. Call strike.
He's made up for the first pitch because the first pitch hit the upper quadrant. Then he got called a ball. Now the count should be about normal.
2-2. Peterson without a home run, but has excellent power when he's really swinging it. 97 off the plate, 3-2.
No base open. Here you go, your best pitch. Put a little slider down and in for the swing and miss.
They lead at second and third.
And that'll
He's gonna
walk
take
him.
Ball 4.
That'll be ball 4.
So Peterson is on. They're
So
all
Jock
filled
Peterson,
up.
yep, that'll
Marcus
load the
Semien.
bases.
Second walk in the inning by Tanner.
Marcus Simeon's up, hitting 190 on the year.
Well, he gets out of this with 1 run. He's going to dance all the way to that dugout. 2 walks. He's committed an error. There's been a double. Controversial play at first.
That's ball 1.
Yankees and Padres underway. First inning, no score in the Bronx. No place to put Semien. And a bounding ball.
And that'll be
Story
grounded
will go the short
to second
way.
for out number
And got
3.
a pretty close play there at second.
So that'll end the inning, or that'll bring us to the bottom of the 3rd inning. But the Rangers score 1 run there. And that'll make it a 1-0 ball game.
Zoom phone.
As we head to the bottom of the 3rd in Boston.
In so many ways. It simplifies management and lets our teams communicate from anywhere.
See how Zoom phone is the right call for your business.
We do not talk about this superstar enough, and that's Rafael Devers.
6 straight game with a home run.
Jaron Duran is an extra base machine.
I've just always been like that guy that keeps his head down and works hard.
Swing and a miss. Crochet's got that kind of electric stuff.
This Green Monster is tailor-made for Alex Bregman's swing. Great fit for Bregman, great fit for the Red Sox.
This was the piece that they really needed.
The guy's a winner. He's got all the talent.
The Red Sox are a much better team this year than they were last year.
And you're just too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many collar cleats, too many gloves, too many webbing gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Anything you put on first?
Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
Two bunnies smoke last.
Don't miss the first MLB All-Star Week event at Truist Park. As talent meets tradition in the 3rd annual HBCU Swingman Classic, presented by T-Mobile and powered by the MLBPA Youth Development Foundation. Join fans, athletes, and alumni to watch Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. shine a light on 50 of the best young ball players from HBCUs around the country on baseball's biggest stage, July 11th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today at allstargame.com/swingman.
Back here in Boston, bottom 3rd, 1-0 Texas, and the Red Sox trying to keep their offense in gear. But
Here's the bottom of the 3rd inning. Romy Gonzalez is up. That'll be ball 1.
I asked Red Sox manager Alex Cora about this. He said, we face some good ones, but we believe we have a good offensive club. There's been a few games, he says, where the offense comes out hot, score right away. Then in the middle innings, it's that 1, 2, 3, 7-pitch inning, allowing the starter to go deep into a game. He said at that time, you're then facing those high leverage relievers. Of course, as the lineup has to finish off starters, get to the middle relievers, and have them pitching in the 5th or 6th and keep doing damage. It's about sustaining the offensive output.
Yeah, I think he's right about that too. There have been several occasions where the Red Sox, shot out in front 3-0 and quickly gave back 4 and stopped scoring the rest of the game.
It's just been extremely inconsistent. For an offense that is either
2.
1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th in every offensive category in the American League. So, yeah, there's been times where you jump out to a lead and you can't put anything
2-2 count to Romy Gonzalez, hitting
327
this year, 0 home runs, but 6 RBIs.
Then you've had some pitchers walk through you, just inconsistent.
Doesn't play every night, though.
Fouls that one away. Red Sox offense certainly up and down, but in the American League, they're number 2 in hits, number 2 in runs, 3rd in walks, 6th in homers, number 1 in stolen bases, 4th in on-base percentage.
Everything says that we're a good team.
And it's a playoff caliber offense. when you're talking about all those top five.
The record doesn't. Oh my God, that's going to be a base hit there. Is that going to be counted as an error?
It should have been out number one.
Is that going to go down as an error?
Didn't get it. It was a little short hop, went down in the knee to try to pick it.
That will be an error.
Yep, that's an error.
You mentioned all those numbers.
So each team has an error on the night.
Dominant offense? No. You know, they had their moments. You know, get that knee, huh?
Yeah, at times it has felt like a dominant offense. Yeah. Like against the St. Louis Cardinals. In Baltimore, the series before that. And there have been spots where the Red Sox are ninth in the American League, though, in ERA. They're last in fielding percentage, although only a couple of errors in the last 8 games. That's gotten better. I think more to Cora's point, putting it all together at the same time has been the issue.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? Keeping 5 guys. You're never going to have 1 through 9 hot. But you need 5 or 6 to kind of stay in that consistent, and you get a couple hot, but it's all got to come together, right? You got to get guys to get the last couple outs of the game, and you got to play good D. It's the process.
Connor Wong here, hitting 133 without a home run.
That's what good offenses do, though, too, right? So the Yankees have number 1 in runs scored. Well, they've also put up 20 in a game and 15 in a game and 20. Everybody does that. It's just there are nights where there's a guy on third and nobody out, and you don't get him in, right? And just inconsistent from night to night.
And look, when you strike out a lot, and no team in the American League struck out more frequently than the Red Sox, that can make an offense really look stale.
That's exactly right. And all those years at the Astros, you know, 6 years there at the playoffs and 3 in the World Series, but teams that get there usually make contact. You know, we talked about Bregman last night. Like, he battles you at the plate, but you just, that ball to bat skill is big because it allows to have pressure. Ground ball. Seager there, we got air, you know, just strikeouts or outs.
2-2 with Gonzalez on at first. And a full count. 1-0 the Rangers.
Come here, bud.
Red Sox last night struck out 12 times. And they have made better contacts. The offense, this is no shock, looks a lot better.
Pitch selection, right? Getting a strike, harder contact, expanding the strike zone, more strikeouts. Easier said than done, but it's a plan. It's where your eyeballs are. It's what your approach. It's, you know, certain counts are go.
Popped up on the infield for Seager and short.
And that'll be caught for out number 1.
1 down.
May 18th and May 25th are Kids Run the Bases days at Fenway. After the game, kids 14 and under, you can run the bases like the pros. Visit redsox.com/tickets.
Red Sox are still without a hit to this point.
Ceddanne Rafaela hitting .213 with 2 home runs. Batting out of that 9 spot. It has not clicked for the youngster yet, not for an extended period of time. He goes after the first pitch, fouls it away.
That first pitch swing rate, 71.5 swing rate on the first pitch. Like a 62 swing rate, period. Bregman swings 40% of the time. There's too much of that. Like, see a pitch, get into the at-bat, get into your night.
Yep.
I'll take that.
Well, he's going to have to make an adjustment. You're going to figure it out. You can't hit 200 and sit here and try to figure it out if I'm doing the same thing. So at some point, go up there and see a pitch, get into the bat like you're saying. It's okay. You get 3 strikes. You don't get 1.
1 man out. There's an awful lot to like about the player.
100%.
Defense is exceptional. He'll steal a lot of bases. He has 7 stolen bases. Occasional power, but you're not going to be allowed to swing the bat like this at the major league level.
No,
for a long time.
Steal first base is hard. It'll be that way.
2 fouled away.
Arm strength's there. Shortstop, we've seen him play. We talked a little bit last night. Plays all the outfield positions. At some point, though, you got to start growing offensively and make proper adjustments. You know, you've been in the big, this will be his 3rd year, right? You got a little contract going. Now it's time to make some adjustments and be better. And that's hard work behind the scenes, and that's a different approach or whatever that is.
Roman Anthony is banging on that door. 2. Here's the throw down first base. obviously not in time to get roaming.
You know, the thing is, too, in spring training, it was different. And it was like, okay, you know, year 2 as a starter, right? He's got up the year before, whatever, but he was taking walks. He was having 8 pitch at bats in camp, and then flip switch to the regular season.
Hot shot, but foul.
And all that kind of went away. It was almost like he didn't trust it. Yeah, it's like, cool, I'll do, you know, what you're telling me to see some more pitches because this doesn't matter. Even then, but he saw some results, and then when the game started, it was like, no, I got to be aggressive. Attack, right?
Yeah, that's part of the experience, right? But now you would think, okay, and we lose confidence, and the 0-0 pitch is usually the one we're going to go, but hey.
This is a great at-bat for him.
Yep, 100%.
And big time.
You see a great hitter like Freddie Freeman, he'll sit up there in 0-2, and this guy's a great hitter, but he'll fist stuff and foul stuff, and you're just trying to get back on a mistake. We live on mistakes. If he's going to...
So Ceddanne Raphael's up 2-2 count to him. He's hitting 213 on the year.
8th pitch of this at bat.
Gonna call for time. Pitcher step off.
Nothing Rangers, last half of the 3rd. And Malley with a 2-2. And a chopper.
And that'll be grounded.
And a little trouble getting it free, so he gets the 1 out.
Yeah, 1 out at second. But Romy Gonzalez gets retired, but Ceddanne Rafaela will be safe at first.
With him, his outstanding speed, 7 steals.
Again, you're deep in the count. You've seen 8 pitches. He just paints a nice little slider there down and away on you. You can live with that. Young just couldn't get it out. Raphael, the speed, maybe beats it out anyway.
Jared Duran 0 for 1. He's grounded out to second. Devers right behind him. See if Ceddanne does any running. Down into the dirt, ball 1.
It's the right spot to try it, right? 2 outs, leadoff hitter up. The guy in Jonah Heim that's 1 for 17 this year, throwing runners out. Malley kind of quick to the dish, but still, take a shot.
Yep.
He's holding. Tonight's home run odds are presented by FanDuel. For Jaron and Raffy and Bregman.
Are those taking consideration? Malley hasn't given one up.
And here's a count to give one up. Here we go.
The 2-0. He's gone to ball 3.
We needed a strike there. That would have been a great 2-1 game quick.
Well, he acquired from the Twins a couple of years ago, and then he tore a ligament in the elbow, had Tommy John surgery. Made only 3 starts for Texas last year before shoulder tightness got him. 3-1.
I think it's 3-1 count to Jared Duran.
He's only thrown 38 in the 3rd innings the last 2 years. So at some point you got to keep an eye on him, right? As the season goes on. Not right now. He's dealing.
Fly ball left field.
And that'll go out to left field.
But he has plenty of
and that'll be
space,
caught
so
by Wyatt Langford for out number 3.
And it remains 1-0 Texas.
So it's still a 1-0 ball game.
I think the sneaky team to watch is the Giants.
It's going to be fun to watch this staff. That is the best ballpark in the world to pitch in San Francisco.
A lot of experience up top.
I like where this team's headed.
Doesn't get any better than this.
Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting pitcher in all of baseball.
If this Giants team is going to make noise, it's going to be because of their starting rotation.
Yeah, for me, it's really important for us to establish that.
You're going to be talking about the Giants in September again.
Don Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine. Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now. He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros historically. Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS. There's no effort.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
We all know
know Ellie, Gunner, and Paul's road to the show, but what about yours? The amateur years are just the stepping stone, and your journey to the big leagues. Take control of choices that matter.
Now the third baseman, Derek Martin.
Level up your game.
That one way back, and it's gone.
And become a legend, because your road to the show starts now.
And the Reds are World Series champions.
Rated E for everyone.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them. It's a piece of history. So, I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling.
Nothing Texas. Dave O'Brien alongside Sweet Lou Merlone and Uncle Kippy. Rangers getting on the board in the third inning. Red Sox are still looking for their first hit. Tanner Houck getting Garcia here. Garcia's 0 for 1.
We're going to need a 0 right here. Right, 2, 3, 4 coming up. Talk about the importance of the first 3 or 4 innings. Given Luke lost 5 of 6 games, going to keep you in the game early. It's a beginning right now for a guy that actually been swinging it really well lately. Maybe not the early numbers you're used to, but last 7, 375. Had a nice night last night.
This is a dangerous type hitter, right? Yeah. Kind of free swinging. You make a mistake, breaking ball, hits the ball 440.
First Ranger with 25 home runs in 4 consecutive seasons since Mark Teixeira.
Well, Tex, he lives in Austin. Good golfer now. I said, Tex, where did you go? To Tommy Amansky Golf School? He's about a 3 now, handicap.
A 3?
3.
That's disgusting.
This is a high little draw. Yeah, he's like Tex. He's like everything's just kind of perfect.
2-2.
You righty or lefty?
Righty. Great question.
For fans, by the way, who have never golfed with a major league ball player, it's disgusting. It really is. Because you guys step up there, all of you, and just crush it right down the middle.
It's crazy.
So 3-2 count here.
The ball to infield for 12 years where we played the big leagues. The guy hits a driver 325. I'm like, Nick, why do you hit the ball like this? It's unbelievable.
And Adolis Garcia's gonna send that one foul. Had home run distant. Wait, what?
A home run by Garcia. You're right. He's starting to get hot again.
How was that a home run?
When he gets hot, 2-0 Texas.
What did I miss?
Inside that foul pole. And when he first hit it, I thought we'd have a little curl. And it really never curled, which means them hands came down.
Did it stay inside the foul pole? I guess it did. That literally looked foul to me.
And this one, I think, hits that foul. It's the foul pole, fair pole, whatever you want to call it, but just barely nicks it on the way out.
Okay, I guess that was a 2-run home run.
Pitch by Tanner. And to keep that ball fair, dangerous.
All right, well,
he's a dangerous hitter.
That's a solo home run there to make it a 2-0 ball game.
That's where the barrel's got. I mean, the hand's got to go that way to get the barrel to the baseball on that pitch.
Let's see where this ball hits. And
it ricocheted off the foul pole. So yep, that is a home run. I didn't see that, man.
Tanner Houck with his 8th home run allowed.
Yep, that's a home run.
All of last year.
That's the one. We usually tip our hats to the pitcher on a great pitch. He's going to go back, and that's when you just tip your hat to that hitter. That was not a terrible pitch by any means.
Comebacker.
And that'll be caught by Houck, set to first for out number 1.
As you mentioned, I agree with you. This is not a bad pitch at all, but last year we talked about only gave up 11 home runs. Only gave up 1 home run on a sinker. That's the 5th one he's given up on a sinker this year.
You make a great point too, Kev, because how many times did we watch Mookie Betts do that?
Yep.
Pull those hands in, rip it down that line so often for a home run with this amazingly quick hand.
Yeah, I think Barry Bonds did it the best.
Yes.
And we all kind of remember, if you're in our age group, the Gagne at bat when he's throwing about 100 with that fastball. But to pull your hands like you just saw Garcia do is very tough. A lot of people think, oh, yeah, we want the ball in. We really don't want the ball in like that. Usually it's a broken back, ground ball, third or short. But guys that, you know, they're dangerous like we were talking about, he's just strong and able to do that. That's where you do tip your hat. I mean, I really thought the pitch was executed. You can say it was up a little for that to go out, but I'm telling you, it was not a bad pitch at all.
And keep it fair.
And keep it fair, right? We've hit many foul ball home runs like you were talking about yesterday's broadcast. But I'll tell you, was Jim Rice, you said hit a ton?
Who's talking about Gary Sheffield?
Gary Sheffield.
All the ones that Sheff hit foul.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
maybe 300 foul.
I mean, that's tailing in. You can see where Connor's glove goes. And those hands, man, that was impressive.
His version of Pudge Fisk.
Yeah.
Number 5 for Garcia. So Heimon, as he walks for the second time, actually hit by a pitch, and brings up Young, who doubled his first time up. Only one away, 2-0 Texas. And the 0-1 lifted to right.
And it'll go out to right field, but will be caught by Willie Abreu for out number 2.
2 down. Top of the order, Josh Smith will be next. Certainly hope you can join us tomorrow afternoon for the matinee. Lou and I will have that. That'll be Mayo against Jack Leiter. And the Red Sox will head west. They'll be heading for Kansas City in a showdown with the Royals. They're playing awfully well on what will be a really challenging trip. Smith 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out today.
I saw Leiter in that series too. That was impressive. Talking about a kid that really didn't know where the ball was going. Didn't look like it that day. A little short stint on the IL, a little blister. The last couple games got roughed up a little bit. But again, you've already seen what he's capable of.
Tanner up to 70 pitches, 41 strikes. He drops in a strike with a sweeper. Smith probably their hottest hitter coming into play tonight. And we'll rocket that one.
And that'll get down for a base hit for Josh Smith. So got runners on first and second. With 2 outs in the top of the 4th.
In business in this inning, first and second with 2 away.
He's a good little player, man. Last year won the Silver Slugger for Utility Award player. Gives you a tough little bat. Nice little swing, not drawing in too much.
Yeah, we seen him at third base too when Young was banged up. So third base, ball's open up on first base. He slides over there.
He's 8 for his last 11. In front of Wyatt Langford, who has fanned and also reached on an error. 2-0 the Rangers in the 4th inning, looking for more here against Tanner. Langford, good power and a strike.
He's turned himself into a pretty darn good left fielder too.
Yeah,
he plays hard, he runs hard. This guy's fresh out of college a couple years ago, but you see just pure baseball. There's nothing to look at me. There's not a million guards on him. He's ready just to play baseball.
He looked to hold, and he went, said Adam Beck. 0-2.
Tanner's sticking with it. He's got another good fastball here today, but sinker sweeper. Again, the split, he's thrown 9 of 74 pitches, so he's just kind of showing it. It used to be almost like a third split with those 3. Good sweeper here tonight, though.
Langford has that clutch gene as well. He had 3 walk-off hits last year. They lead at first and second, 2 gone. And a little pop to center field for Rafaela.
And so Don Rafaela will catch that one for out number 3. So that'll bring us to the bottom of the 4th inning in Boston, Massachusetts. But the Rangers score another run thanks to the Adolis Garcia home run to make it a 2-0 ball game.
next level. Oh my goodness.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment. This is the show that never ends.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are going to win today.
This is their chance to have another run. This is their time.
This is the Cubs division to lose this year.
They need to be singing the song quite a bit this year.
That's happened. Kyle Tucker, welcome to the Cubs. Anthony Swanson.
He's one of the most talented ball players.
Crow Armstrong, what a stunner.
Showed it in Imanaga. It's about falling in love with him.
Seiya Suzuki with a grand slam.
And this is when they put the pedal to the metal.
I think we got a really good team.
Driven to right and deep. Let's overturn a Ward's head. And he makes a circus catch and disappears. That'll be on a highlight film. And Turner Ward is shaken up. What a play. And leaving the field. That will be on a highlight film for a long time to come.
Viva Tequila Seltzer is the official hard seltzer of Red Sox coverage on NESN. Get your Viva Tequila Seltzer at all Shaw's and Star Markets across New England. Garcia ripping a home run has made it 2-0. The Rangers in front as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Malley so far is not allowed a hit. He has walked a man. And that was Raffy. He's in the hole 0-2.
This is a guy that relies on those.
So 0-2 count to Rafael Devers.
On top, right, to tease you a little bit. And to be honest with you, he's not locating his fastball. He's missing down in the zone a lot. Like that first pitch,
1-2 count.
Either down in the zone you want to attack.
Rafael with 28 walks to lead the American League. Chopper toward third, but a foul ball just off the line.
That he had it.
That would have been glorious.
Right. You both did the same thing.
Yes.
Please stay fair.
Those are the ones you live for.
Right? The old sitting in here. Oh, yeah, especially the shift.
Bregman on deck.
So Raffy calls for time.
If he has hit safely in 9 of his last 10, hitting 390 in that span. Skip out of the way. Did not hit him somehow.
He got some good footwork on those ones.
Yeah.
I don't know how he gets out of the way of it, but he's probably been on 4, 5, 6 of these this year where you're like, how does that not hit his foot somewhere? Shin, something?
2-2. Trying to go up the middle.
And that'll be caught. And then grounded to first for out number 1.
Next in Bregman. It sucks so far, generating no offense against Malley.
Here's Alex Bregman. 0 for 1 tonight.
So we're talking about the importance of Tanner, right? Keeping it where it is. Now you give up another run, it's still only 2-0, still in striking distance, but you're just waiting for this offense to kind of wake up.
Alex Bregman's hitting .313 on the year with a .967 OPS, 8 home runs.
6-4-3 double play first time up.
That's ball 1.
Working on that streak. They're reaching base in 18 consecutive games, trying to make it 19 tonight.
I think the longest right now is Kyle Schwarber. I mean, he's put together another great year, 12 home run last night, but I think he's got like 43 or 2 consecutive.
We're such big fans when he played here.
how do you? We talked about it today a little bit on the show, but how are you not of Kyle Schwarber? Like, he's the ultimate. There's a gentleness and there's a toughness, and just a great teammate. But if you
Gotta be fouled off strike 2.
Like, he's at 95 RBIs, whatever homers. It was like 100 something. He's got 12 now this year, but he is just very consistent. I like him better in the middle of the lineup. You know, the leadoff stuff, he gets his walks, but he's hitting left-handers better. And it's all about just.
That'll be ball 2, so 2-2 count, all tied up.
Like a constant. It'd be like a Jim Thome. He's like an underrated, doing his thing, but you look at these numbers, I'm like, that's a good comp. I mean, we've got ways to go, but wow.
Sure. 2-2. Swinging a high.
Oh, there you go. Go on. Go on. Get out of there. There you go, Breggy. Breggy bombs. Hell yeah. That's what we needed. Woo!
Of his career as well.
Oh, yeah. Nice. There's a little spark you're talking about. You need something, right? Wake it up a little bit.
That's his 200th career home run.
Down and in. Don't leave it there.
Give him that helmet. Put on that helmet. Get them vibes up, bro.
Beautiful swing by Bregman.
Yeah, he's just a smart.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you know, got out on that first pitch, little slider early on, then there you got the hanging split, and next thing you know, we got a ball game.
Let's go.
That Red Sox home run brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England Audi
Here's Christian
dealer
Campbell.
today.
There's strike 1 to him.
Malley's first home run allowed this year.
That ball sat there 84 miles an hour, tailed to the inside part, and Breggy knew right away, get that salsa. We need some salsa up here.
That's
Breggy,
1-1.
Breggy bomb salsa.
He does make that too. That's right.
That sounds so good, doesn't it? Just boom, and then you get the park, Plymouth Rock. Boom.
Christian Campbell looking to follow that. We'll look at a strike. That, by the way, is the Red Sox first hit.
You know, I watched his batting practice today out by the cage. It is like, there's no messing around. We're here to work, right? We're here to figure some things out. Joking around the cage? No, not him. He's trying to figure that swing out during batting practice, get that swing where he wants to be. It's like professional at 4:30, 4:45.
Yeah, that was Alex Bregman's 200th career home run.
It's like he's got 2 flashlights on his hips, and he wants those flashlights facing as long as he can, basically, to the first base dugout, you know?
2-2, a little ground ball at first.
Yeah, that'll be brought over for out number 2.
2 down.
But he's a ball player. He knows his swing. He understands what the pitcher's trying to do to him. Count by count, sequence by sequence. You saw that hanging split, and he did not miss it.
That's 9 home runs. It's May 7th.
Think about it. Think about it.
I mean, the start he is off to, Lou and I, you were chatting about this a week ago. It's very similar to 2019 for him, when he almost won the MVP.
Right up there right now with Judge and Witt.
Bray will knock a foul. He's 0 for 1. So 1-run game here in the 4th inning, and Mr. Consistent has gotten the Red Sox on the scoreboard. Swinging a high fly ball.
Go. 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 Yeah, let's go, Willier. Yeah.
Second home run in the inning, and the Red Sox have tied.
Woo! I wasn't fucking kidding. Woohoo! Yeah.
Stayed up, stayed middle, and Sox have not missed those.
Let's go.
He likes Texas, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
That'll tie it up.
That was a beautiful swing.
Let's fucking go.
Beckham's in here not giving up a home run all.
I really just posted on Snapchat. I said Willier is the only man who could save this team. And he did.
Is now 9 for 16 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs in 6
Let's
games
fucking
against the
go.
Rangers.
Just like that, the game's tied up. And here's Trevor Story.
Brings up Trevor Story.
That'll be
So,
ball 1.
2-2 game.
You can see it right here. That split just stayed up. It's got to have some downward tilt. It stays. Head stays behind the ball. Abreu, and just a nice one. He crushes off beam strikes.
That's fouled
Valley
off.
had not given up a home run all season until tonight in a 2-1 inning.
I guarantee you, but no, I'll tell you, who is this kid? Why did the Astros get rid of this kid right here?
Yeah, Tyler Malley has not given up a home run all year.
You know what I'm saying there, right?
And now 2 in 1 inning. That's crazy.
That's Poach.
That's a good player right there. He does so many things.
Fouled
well.
off once
I
again.
love his swing. I love his setup.
We got a game now.
He tries to do a little bit too much. He doesn't need to, and the swing can get a little long and it's some swing and miss. But all he needs to do is touch it. I mean, this kid, he's talking about an all-around player.
His base. The first time his base, the legs, they sit, and he's just got that hop. Throws well, Gold Glover.
Every boy D-Row do a little thing on him with his stance.
You're right.
I love it.
Yep.
Bounced up there on Trevor Story's 0 for 1 with a fly to right. So Bregman and Abreu go yard, and the Red Sox have tied at 2-2. And with 2 down, to 2-2 to Story. And he'll float that one to right field for Garcia.
And that'll be caught for out number 3. But the Red Sox score 2 runs, 2 home runs off thanks to Alex Bregman and Wilyer Abreu. So this game is now tied back up
Do not talk about
at
this
2-2.
superstar enough, and that's Rafael Devers.
6 straight game with a home run.
Jaron Duran is an extra base machine.
I've just always been like that guy that keeps his head down and works hard.
Swing and a miss. Crochet's got that kind of electric stuff.
This green monster is tailor-made for Alex Bregman's swing. Great fit for Bregman, great fit for the Red Sox.
This was the piece that they really needed.
This guy's a winner. He's got all the talent. The Red Sox are a much better team this year than they were last year.
Uh,
Down the third base line. Sprague goes home and he hits it. Bonnie's fifth. Now also heading home is Voigt. He's in. The ball will go over to the seats. Heading home is McLemore. And he is safe. The ball is dropped. And the fans are furious. The Toronto Blue Jays, the world champions, have done their 1962 Mets imitation.
You love the players. 50-50. You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite major league teams, legends, and players. Each item is MLB authenticated to ensure the item shipped directly to your home is the real deal. Want a piece of the game? Visit auctions.mlb.com.
A star is born, talking about Jackson Churio.
Churio flips the scoreboard with a 4-pointer.
He's coming into the goal right before our eyes.
That truly believe in the presence and the person that Jackson Churio is.
You have to love the versatility he brings. He can play left field, he can play right field.
Youngest player in MLB history reports 20-plus homers, 20-plus stolen bases.
This is the first Brewer that had 2 home runs in a postseason game.
Jackson Churio.
Well, Red Sox didn't go back-to-back, but home runs, one batter apart. Line shot ricocheting off a Houck. Bregman will put that in his back pocket.
Yeah, that'll get to be safe.
And let's see if
Corey
Tanner
Seager.
is okay.
Yeah,
He's
Tanner
already
outgot.
waving off Alex Cora.
No, he's
and
good.
the trainer.
He's good. Yeah, he
Seager will
got
be
hit
safe
by
at
that
first
ball,
on
but he's
ricochet.
telling them to go away, the
This guy
trainer.
got hit in the face.
But they're still going to come out and look at him. I don't blame them.
Breaking a bone.
He said he's good, but I don't blame him for still wanting to come check him out.
And Sandy's okay, and
Yeah,
Alex
he's
is already
good.
leaving the hill without any warm-ups. But Seager on with a base hit. 2-2 tie as we get the 5th inning underway.
It was right tush. You know, it's on a bad spot right there. But you get hit.
The pitcher, most of them got a little extra padding.
Jock Peterson has a base hit and a walk tonight.
So here's Jock Peterson, now hitting 124 on the year. Had a base hit earlier.
And then there's strike one.
Strike one.
You need that shutdown inning, right? You just finally got something going offensively, a couple swings of the bat, some hanging splits. Give me that ground ball right here and just shut this inning down.
One.
Justin Wilson, a left-hander, getting going to the Red Sox bullpen. 1-1. Peterson was a part of the World Series team with the Dodgers in 2018. He was in the game that went 18 innings, the famous game at Dodger Stadium. He played 15 innings in that game.
How about that game? You remember that? I mean, that was unbelievable.
Every time I've seen Dave Eovaldi,
yeah,
I remember that game and his performance in a loss, actually.
Yeah, Sale and Baldy, anything goes, right? Wherever you need me.
We had 48 cups of coffee that night. Flew in that day. The game's going on. It's like 4 in the morning and my body, like, I didn't even know. I didn't know what I was looking at.
That's the average Italian anyways in the morning. You guys have 48 cups of coffee.
2-2, swing and bunt, but foul.
There's a minor league no-hitter today.
You know, Italians, yeah, 10 cup. You want cream? Not just black in a styrofoam cup, and you guys fill up like 3/4.
Frisco Rough Riders.
Didn't have any espresso.
Yeah, against San Antonio. San Antonio scored 1 run. Still no hitter though. It's possible.
You know, they're 3/4. It's like lukewarm by the time they're done telling the story.
That game was going so late, I was looking for the Sambuca.
With the 3 beans at the bottom of the glass. For good luck. Do you swallow those, Obi? The beans at the end of a Sambuca drink?
Oh, God, no. No.
I do.
You do?
They say it's for good luck.
Wow. I don't think you're supposed to, are you?
I don't know. Is that the problem? I think I can't speak.
Is that the problem? Little tap of foul. Jack Peterson.
I don't think you're supposed to.
They say that it was for good luck, so I do. I don't mind the taste of it because it's got that little black licorice taste, but there is 3 beans to 4 beans at the end, and you kind of look at them, I'm like, well, I just down them.
Seager on at first, nobody out. 2-2 tie in the 5th. Peterson will take ball 3.
That'll be a full count.
Jock Peterson's coming into this game looking like he's like hitting 300 with, you know, 400 on base. This guy was hitting under 100, 2 for 3 last night, 1 for 1 tonight with a walk. Laying off pitches that just hasn't been all year.
Maybe you found the right
This game, the pace of this game started out really fast, but now it's slowing down a lot.
Swinging a drive, socked down the right field line. That's a fair ball.
God damn it.
Will scoot off into the stands for a double.
So that'll be a ground rule double.
Sends Seager down to
Seager
3rd.
goes down to 3rd. Jock
So
Peterson.
scalds that one. He is starting to come alive with the bat. His 2nd hit today.
Yeah, got 2 hits yesterday.
3rd and nobody out.
Jock Peterson was,
3-2.
it was kind of a story, like how bad he was doing this year
Right
up to this point.
Plate. Again, another couple of hit night here for Jock Peterson, who hasn't had many of them.
Infield in. Here's Simeon, hard ground ball. Back
That'll be caught by Story, grounded to 1st for out number 1.
1 down.
That was perfect, man. He got that ground ball backside, looked left, looked right, boom, fired a strike. But you can see here, there's no panic. You knew exactly the situation for kids at home, you know the situation. Is Jock going to be coming off extra at 2nd? But it was a smooth big league play there.
Infield still in now for Garcia, who crushed a home run down the left field line, glancing off the foul pole. But it was fair for his 5th home run. That was back in the 4th.
And this is why big league teams bring the infield in. 2nd and 3rd, no outs. Everyone's like, what are you doing? That's not the way the game is played. Well, it's played now. Because that right now is, man, on, you know, you've just given up another run.
High fly ball center field.
That'll go out to center field. So Don Rafaela will catch that for out number 2, but Corey Seager is going to tag up from 3rd, and he will score, so they'll make it a 3-2 ball game. Jock Peterson tagged. He got down to 3rd base. So 2 outs, runner on 3rd.
Garcia was driven in 2 tonight, and here comes the manager.
Cora's coming out. Is he taking Houck out of the game? I wouldn't take him out yet.
Once he saw Wilson up, he knew he only had a couple hitters left. He's going to go to him here.
Yeah. All right, so Justin Wilson's coming in.
Tanner went 7 last time. Can't get through 5 here tonight. As a runner at 3rd, 2 down. And he is done for this evening. And we'll have more in just a moment.
Well, that's a great baseball color. And good guess, by the way. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
The beauty of this jersey is the field, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
What do you have, Toronto? I think they're a better team. They still do have the type of talent in-house that they really can make it work. A team that is all in on 2025. It is
is going to be a big year for Bo Bichette. This team is for real.
Their pitching rotation is the most experienced in the division with Gossman.
Swing and a miss.
Offensively, this team has what it takes. Pitching, they have what it takes to be that World Series contender.
If you want to Cy Young, 73, 5, and 6, I've got an extra 5. And then it says, has worked as a TV commentator. You know, and I did start back in 1978. I did the Yankees and the Red Sox playing a one-game playoff, and ABC said if the Yankees win, Reggie will play, and then you go broadcast with Howard Cosell and Keith Jackson, and that's how I started my broadcast. And that's the Bucky Dent Home Run. So every time I see Bucky Dent, I go, thank you for making me a broadcaster.
So the left-hander Wilson coming on, inheriting a runner at third, and 2 down. He'll take on Evan Carter here as Tanner Houck is lifted in the 5th inning. Having allowed 3 runs to this point on 6 hits. This pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. 89 pitches.
Well, this is the guy you brought in to retire. He's retired 12 of the last 13 lefties he has faced. One to extend in more than this right now with 2 outs.
And the 0-2 to Carter. He's gone 0 for 2 tonight. Lefty with a 1-2. The first 2 men in the inning got hits. Seager and Peterson. Seager has scored Peterson standing 90 feet away. Adolis Garcia with a long sac fly. And a ground ball to the right side for Campbell. And Wilson does his
and
job
that'll be
with another run
out
up
number
there.
3.
Texas in front by 1.
But yep, that'll bring us to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Rangers scored 1 run right there, though, so they retake the lead, and it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Everybody knows their role within the team and are motivated collectively to go after that World Series ring.
Bryce Harper is one of the great faces of our sport.
Great way to do great things when it matters.
Trey Turner just tools out of his mind.
Trey Turner, mammoth home run.
Zach Wheeler, this guy has been nothing but sensational since he was signed.
This fan base loves us as a team. I like the city. We had a lot of fun to be able to go to the bank every single day.
They are a complete team. Time to win for the Phillies.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
We do not talk about this superstar enough, and that's Rafael Devers.
6 straight game with a home run.
Jarren Duran is an extra base machine.
I've just always been like that guy that keeps his head down and works hard.
Swing and a miss. Crochet's got that kind of electric stuff.
This green monster is tailor-made for Alex Bregman's swing. Great fit for Bregman, great fit for the Red Sox.
This was the piece that they really needed.
The guy's a winner. He's got all the talent. The Red Sox are a much better team this year than they were last year.
Presented by FanDuel for Romy. 2 or more total bases or an RBI. Red Sox down 3-2, bottom half of the 5th inning. Sox have 2 hits. They're both homers by Bregman and Abreu. Trailing 3-2. Romy is 0 for 1. He has reached on an error. And foul that one off of Heim.
Oh,
he takes a hit.
Jonah Heim is in some pain. They fouled that off of him. I think he's good, but he's definitely in some pain.
Let's go back to the play early in the game. Romy playing first base. And some controversy here.
Yeah, so we're going to get the written explanation by the umpire here.
Never touches the base. But look here, when Romy regathers the baseball, right? There he has it. The foot is on the base in his bare hand.
Fully has it in his bare hand.
So this was supposed to be an appeal play from what we have been reading. The proper mechanic is for the umpire to make no call on the play because the batter runner has not yet touched first base. If the defense appeals by tagging the runner or the base and appealing that the runner missed first base before the runner returns to first base, ground ball snatched by Simeon, and we'll get him at first.
Down number 1.
An appeal should be clearly intended as an appeal, so the Red Sox had to do that, and it didn't matter if the runner got the bag on the way back.
I don't get it.
It's the most confusing play I think I've seen during replay, right?
I'm looking at it as the replay official felt the fielder did not have firm and secure possession of the ball.
Yeah, that was the first of it.
And we were just showing you that he actually has the ball in his bare hand, in his glove, in his bare hand with his foot on the bat. And by the way, that cost you a run.
Yeah.
It goes on to say a player inadvertently stepping on the base with a ball in his hand would not constitute an appeal. So the call on the field was confirmed and the batter runner was safe. Interesting. In there for a strike here on Connor Wall.
I don't get it. I don't understand that explanation at all.
Yeah, that's as interesting as you're going to get because at least you saw the bare hand where you control the ball. He didn't touch the bag, Wyatt, and then you're thinking, Romy has it. If that's what they're appealing, it's confusing all the way around.
Little comebacker here and a throw on to first in plenty of time. And 2 down. Inning 5 is powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox trailing 3-2. Tyler Bally will get sit on Raphael, and now he is 0 for 1.
I think they got that wrong.
I agree.
How can you say that he didn't firmly have the ball?
The replay is for the replay, right? Is to get the call right. At the end of the day, if that's what they're trying to see, if he had the ball in possession, you see it. So that the play would be wrong after replay.
Line up the middle, base hit. Cedon is on with 2 down.
Yeah, it's 2 at-bats now with Cedon Raphael. The first one was an 8-pitch at-bat. This one here, he took a first pitch just off the plate to get to 1-0. That is what they would like to see more of, you know. See some pitches. Take a first pitch. Be 1-0. See what that looks like, you know, and that's 2 pretty good at-bats from Cedon here tonight.
On top of the order, and Duran. He's grounded out and flied out. Red Sox trying to tie this one up in the middle innings. Fouled away by Jaron, looking for his first hit in the series. He is 0 for 6.
Yeah, riding a little 0 for 12 right now, but
he's a guy who his 0-fers don't usually last very long.
No. But you also see when he gets on base what he does to this dugout, right? This team,
Yeah.
That excitement.
Even his first pitch tonight, hard ground ball to second to Marcus and sprinted to first base. They're still stripped, and it was a rocket to him.
Mm-hmm.
But he just, yeah, your leadoff hitters are just energy. When the Lizard gets going, he brings joy to that dugout.
Cedon 7 stolen bases, not running. And 1-2.
Fuck.
He was happy about
Damn,
that.
Duran.
Yeah, really?
But that's like the couple of fastballs away, you know, and he's thinking, he shakes out that left hand. Right to his strength, right? I'm looking for something out of half. I'm going to hit it off that green monster, double, score Rafael, and continues to still shake out that left hand. That's the one he cut. That's the one he kind of came up a little gimpy there at third base. When he hit that triple, remember that left handy?
Yep.
Shaking it out.
Felt it on that swing. Here's the 1-2. San Diego leading the Yankees in the 5th inning, 1-0.
Just got underneath it. Somebody's looking to drive to left.
Let it go. Swing and a liner into right field, down for a hit. Sadon motoring
There you go.
third and stopping there. Jarren came in.
So Jarren Duran picks up a base hit.
85 with men on base anyway.
Yeah, that was a nice little bat. Missed a couple fastballs he thought he should have got to. Got the 87-mile split finger. Bat stays through the zone.
So nice base hit there for Jarren Duran to advance Sadon Rafaela down to third.
Split finger right now, really kind of missing location, isn't he? I mean, that's the pitch he's giving it up on.
It's not going down.
No.
It's not going down. It's just staying. You need a little downward tilt with the split. That's why you split the fingers, but it's just kind of staying flat.
Mike Maddox, the brother of the Hall of Famer, out to the hill. Pretty good pitcher in his own right. And Raffy's next.
It'll be tough to be a big league pitcher. Tough enough to play at this level, and your brother's Greg Maddox.
Greg's funny. Just throw a strike. I remember having a spring training 2010. There's some of these young guys like, guys, why don't you just throw a strike? He's like, oh, I'm trying to. Well, no, just throw a strike down the middle. Well, he had the ability to repeat his delivery every single time. The professor, the ball came down, the ball threw perfect. But that is what's crazy with the great ones. Like, it's so easy. Just drive them in. Tony Perez, you said it in Florida. I'm like, you've driven 100 RBIs 8 times. I'm like, I'm trying.
Just drive him in.
He said, don't drive yourself in. Just drive him in. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
First and third for Raffy. A walk and a tapper to short. He is 0 for 1.
Best advice. Just do what I did.
Fastball 0-1.
Stay on it. Stay on the heater. Stay on the heater right now.
Great speed out there for the Red Sox at first and third. And he checked. Another fastball, 1-1.
That's the kind of stuff. It just felt like they're going to double up on that heater. Once they get, it's like you got to stay on it. Now this is different. It's 1-1. This is where you're kind of sitting, whatever. But they've shown you, this organization, they want to go after you hard, but.
1-2 on Raffy.
Because that's being a student of the game, Dave. You gotta understand this. I struck with Dave. It didn't even sound right. I thought I was calling you the wrong name. I was like, oh, Dave. I'm gonna go with Dave.
Is this first name Dave?
Hey, Lou, Dave. I got Bob, Tom, Ricky, and Mike. I love a girl who cares who you like. My point is just it being an educated. I'm a rapper too, but you know he's been hurt on the split finger. So that's in the bat. Like you gotta just. That's when you go up there just looking dead red.
That's a good take.
4 straight, a great take.
4 in a row, yeah.
And he's gotten up to 95 now late in this game. He started out throwing 89, 90, 91, and you see this is pitching the big leagues. Take a little on, take a little off, but Tyler's wanting to kind of juice up here.
All 95 and a 94 here.
So will it be a 5th? Indeed it was.
It's funny, Greg Max, that we used, Mike's brother, pitching coach over the Raiders. He always said when he's in trouble, throw slower. Because as a hitter, what do we want? We're walking the plate juiced up, wanting to go deep through and home run. He told the pitcher, throw slower when you're in trouble. And it's pretty interesting, even if that's a slower fastball. I disagree. You might just throw as hard as you can out there.
2-2, left it down. That's his first non-fastball, a splitter.
Well, not everybody's fastball moved 4 feet to the right, 3 feet down, like Greg Maddox's did.
Incredible.
Good take right there.
Well, it gets Durant 2 running here, 3-2.
And 2-2 took a little off. Now 3-2, what's he doing?
Bregman on deck. There goes Duran, and pop foul back out of play. So he'll do it again on 3-2. That was his best fastball there, 96.
Yeah, 6 out of 7 pitches here have been heaters. He's throwing 1-2-2, 88 mile split finger, or maybe that was a little off. Maybe he's listening. But Dev right now is getting ready to put him in the seats. He's not careful.
Sort of like Brady, right? A little less is more sometimes with him, too. Just touch it.
And the payout pitch. Swinging a shot, line out to right. Garcia back and turns to make the play. That was hit on the button.
All right, so that'll end the 5th inning.
For the show for it, 2 left.
One life meets others, and those encounters lead to a new world. Someone out there is waiting for you.
Without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
The big man who wears 44 is born for
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now.
He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros historically.
Always just assume they're going to play in the ALCS.
There's no effort.
So I just placed $5 on Jonah Heim striking out in this next AB. Place $5, get a $21 payout if it happens.
Even a game as timeless as baseball. Muscle ball. Only you can control your journey's evolution.
That's a base hit.
It's a whole new ballgame. How will your journey evolve?
I think the sneaky team to watch is the Giants.
It's going to be fun to watch just that. That is the best ballpark in the world to pitch in San Francisco.
A lot of experience up top.
How good this team's headed?
Welcome back to Fenway Park. Tom Care with you here, getting ready for WB Mason Extra Innings Live, coming up right after the game with Hall of Famer Jim Rice. Hey guys, looking at the replay ruling like you guys have, but unlike you guys, I don't have to call a game while I'm doing it, so we've had a couple moments to dig into this, and it looks like what they're saying is that the Red Sox had to appeal that he had missed the bag before he could be out. Once the second foot is down beyond the bag, it says, the team then has to appeal that the runner missed the bag, and that just picking up the ball, having possession.
Why do you gotta be so dumb?
Is not enough. It's not an appeal, even though Romy Gonzalez clearly had control.
That's so fucking stupid, dude. Just call the game correctly. You know?
The runner had missed the bag.
We don't need technicalities to fucking.
Right. That's what we read. Exactly.
But
and that doesn't make a lot of sense to those of us who've read it. That's the other problem.
I would say replay's dumb.
I still don't entirely understand it.
During a replay.
Ah, there's a base hit.
Can't make the
Well,
play, and Heim will be out with a base hit.
I just lost
If I'm gonna
$5.
replay the play, you can't in the replay see that he missed the bag?
Yeah, is it language now? You guys say it's like a perfect language.
Like, why do we have replay? We have replay for things that are missed.
So I'll get down
that are
for a
obvious,
base hit.
that are bad, that change games, right? Like, how in the replay can you just ignore the fact that the guy didn't touch first base?
So the proper language wasn't addressed how you want to replay it, whether he's out. It's the way that now it makes more sense of why it's safe.
It still doesn't. It makes a little bit more sense, but still not a lot of sense.
To right on a big swing and Abreu with the grab.
And guys, wouldn't it then seem that that's the type of language that needs to be cleaned up in the replay area?
Yes.
Like that seems like classic antiquated language that should have been changed when video challenges came into play.
Yeah, and half of what we read was actually the umpire interpretation manual. Is what the umpires use, not just the rule book, but their own interpretation manual. It's the first time we've seen that.
So that must have been what the ump was explaining to Cora, and I was surprised Cora didn't flip his shit hearing that, because that's so stupid.
In the end, they did get one run in that inning, and that's what they lead by. Josh Smith, the hitter, 1 for 3 with a single, and a base hit in the fourth. Tanner Houck lasting until 2 out in the 5th. As he got the start tonight, 0-2. And boxed away by 1. Run's going to try and advance. Throw down the tag.
Oh, it's safe.
Gets in there.
Yeah, I think it was safe. It kind of looked out for a second, but no, it was safe.
So they have a man in a scoring position. That one got away.
So a stolen base there.
This little breaking ball in the dirt. Couldn't keep it. Got outside that circle. Time with a really nice jump. Made it close.
Was that considered a stolen base or whatever that term was that I heard last night? Defensive indifference.
It's blocking balls.
I need to look that term up.
Wild swing on a slider in the dirt and struck him out. Big K there for Wilson. 2 down.
Yeah, I know maybe the one got away from him a little bit. We talked so much about Carlos Narvaez.
A term used by official scorers to indicate that a runner advanced to another base but is not credited with a stolen base because the defensive team did not make any effort to prevent the advancement. This typically happens late in the game when the defending team is ahead by a large margin and is not trying to make a play on the runner. Okay.
3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Texas. 2 runs.
I think that was considered a stolen base, though. I don't know.
Wilson throwing a lot of strikes, 15 pitches, 11 in the zone.
I could say that he didn't make an attempt. I don't know. I mean, I've seen stolen bases where they just clearly don't try, and it's still considered a stolen base.
And Weissert in the Boston bullpen. And a 1-1. Sox trying to get back to 500. Also trying to snap a 3-game skid. And Seager on deck.
With that Monday off day and yesterday's game, right? Bernie came in, gave an inning plus. Newcomb, 4 innings, right? Shutout innings last night. You're out of the game at 6-1. You kind of felt like you were down 20-1. But he gave you 4 innings. Now you got anybody you want out there.
2-2, blown away. 96 miles an hour for out number 3. 1 man left.
Kansas City's hot. And Bobby Witt Jr. is piping hot.
One big swing from the Royal superstar. The greatest player on earth right now.
You become like a massive, massive force.
You have to work more. You have to sacrifice yourself more.
That's the type of baseball that wins come postseason. Just the team that we have, just doing things one pitch at a time, 1 inning at a time. It's just so much fun.
It's going to be a fair ball for Cianfrocco. He's going to get at least a double. There's that tough corner. Throw coming in. It's way over. I don't know what happened. It might have hit the stands. And the Padres have scored a run on that play.
Watch this. He goes down, picks it up, and he gets a piece of paper between the ball and his fingers.
That's the weirdest play I've seen in forever.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bat's out. Come alive. Showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him. These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party.
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr. Electric.
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to San Diego.
Well, last half of the 6th inning, Red Sox trying to gain the upper hand here. Milner will make an appearance. It'll be number 16 for the lefties. Throwing the ball very well. 1.72 ERA. Bregman in. Alex with a home run, the 200th of his career in the 4th inning. As he drove on over the monster seats off the Plymouth Rock sign in lefts.
Bringing in Lefty Miller, face Bregman. The righties are hitting 154, lefties 179. So neither side's really touching this guy. Righty's a little bit less.
Alex with 9 home runs now, 28 runs.
A 1-1 count here to Bregman.
Not going to overpower 87, but obviously you see the deception in the arm angle, those sweepers change up.
And this is a guy we're talking about, Lou, like, for instance, you got to see pitches. It's a different release point. He's not going to overpower you. You get 3 strikes. You're just waiting for him to kind of come in there and seeing if you like Breg's already on his 4th pitch.
Good foul. Home run for Bregman was his 19th in his career against the Rangers. That's in 135 games. He's faced him a lot and done a lot of damage. Two. High fly ball, left field, back to
Oh my God.
the wall. Langford on the right.
That's going to be off the wall. That'll be off the wall. Bregman going into second, and that's safe. So Bregman in for a double. I love Crochet, man. He's just doing this weird thing.
He has been a doubles machine. Coach is thinking about a challenge.
Took out the ball.
And will not.
Just a little bit in, and you're like, go up the Monza. It did. White gets this ball barehanded, makes a nice throw, and Bregman gets that left hand, I think, in right there. No ball catch anyways. You like that one? No ball catch. Lock in on that.
Ground ball in the right field.
There's a base hit. There you go. So Bregman's going to stop at third. But runner on third with nobody out. Christian Campbell gets a base hit.
He played a game, Christian Campbell. Right man on second, 1-run ball game.
Come on, Willier.
Let's stay committed to right field, and you got yourself a knock out of it.
Come on, man.
Well.
You got this.
But nothing else, you would have moved Bregman over to third, which is what you're looking for, but he got rewarded.
100%.
Keep it going, Willier.
Nobody out, 2 on for Willier, who crushed a home run in the 4th inning.
Hit your second of the day.
And Maddox out. Time for a strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy Dealers. Together, let's drive.
Yeah, these were 84-mile-an-hour split pairs that did not go down.
So got a mound visit here.
Abreu did exactly what you're supposed
I think
to
the
do.
pitching coach came out.
Right there. Get this offense ignited. Good swings.
So Bregman with his 15th double, that leads the league.
And you know, this is the growth of a guy like Wilyer Abreu. I should say the trust that Alex Cora has in Wilyer Abreu. Last year, Rev Schneider gets this.
Hobie Milner is the pitcher.
10%. But Abreu's kind of having some better at-bats against lefties.
He came out to talk to him.
You need the opportunity. Sean Casey said it today, talking. You have to, when you're struggling in general, lefties make you keep that front shoulder. And he goes,
so Jacob Webb is up in the bullpen.
And this is even a funky type lefty.
And ball 1.
Whoa, you just said the funky word.
Homer, by the way. It's like
and I just said it.
The next day. Oh, we got a righty going. Well, you just hit a big league home run tonight before, but there's no doubt in my mind. He's got his sweat, his lather, he's got deep. I like it.
Bregman a tying run 90 feet away. 1-1.
Good swing. You know, he mixes in the changeup to righties, not so much to lefties. It's going to be this right here. It's going to be sinker. It's going to be sweeper. Even a double play here ties this game up. Got to put it in play.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, Williers had a fine year. He's the best player on the planet, according to Texas Rangers. Little chopper foul. He has just killed them. He's already done it tonight with a home run. First and third, 3-2 lead for Texas at the moment.
The other thing, Lou, is like this game's not over by any means. Let's just use an example of the job didn't get done, but late in the game, like his at bat is a precious one, So you just, there's times.
Well, yeah, they got their high leverage guys, right? They got Garcia, another lefty.
So
later
2-2
on.
count here to Willier.
Martin, here comes Jackson. So you know it's going to be another at bat late. You want to take him out of the lineup?
Wish the crowd was a little bit more hyped here. It kind of feels like a big moment.
No question, last year, Ref Snyder's hitting here.
No doubt.
Two and two on Abreu. Here
Come on, Willier. Fouled off once again.
Willier homered in the 9th inning in Texas on opening day to beat them. Trying to put another hurt on them tonight here at Fenway. Last half of the 6th inning. 2-2.
That'd be a full count. 3-2.
And a full count.
Don't do it,
Come on, let's get rowdy.
That's what I'm talking about. It's already quality at bat, right? There's a few of these against lefties now throughout the year, but you want to finish this thing off right here.
Milner home with a payoff pitch.
Willier?
Carter backing up on the track.
Off the wall, there we go. That'll tie up the game. Here comes Bregman. Here comes Campbell. And the Red Sox take the lead. Oh, what? That's out. No, that was called out by CB Buckner. And we don't have a challenge. We don't have a fucking challenge. We don't have a challenge.
They don't have a challenge.
Lost the challenge.
Fuck!
Right now, Cora put his hands up like there's no. Bregman's telling him to check it out, and he's like, I can't. We go back to Abreu, fantastic at bat here, staying in it, getting to a 3-2 count, hammering this ball to center field. You wonder if you have this call back.
Honestly, no. That kind of looked out anyway. No, that was safe. That was safe. Fuck you, CB Buckner.
Now we're going to go back to this play at first base in which they lost the challenge, which we still don't understand what the hell the rule was.
God, this game is so fucking dumb. I mean, like, we've never. This is like probably the only time that we've ever tied the game, and I'm pissed. Like, what the fuck? That literally should be a fucking.
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
Technicality. It's like they're trying to screw us.
This is a good one. A hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack.
Yeah, why is Corey not trying to at least make them review
Putting
it?
their heart into it.
So Jacob Webb is coming into the game for the Rangers.
Breaking ball, grounder. Marshall lets Jeffries get it, tossed to Cone, he tags the bag. And they say safe. Watch the runner, he's not watching the runner. The runner
Padres are no-hitting the Yankees in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's in New York, so the Yankees are hitting right now.
If you're the Nationals, you're starting to see the building blocks of being the team that you expect to be going into the future.
They're a really good young team.
We have a good culture. We're going to do some special things this year. It's going to be fun.
I'll tell you another guy who might surprise you. Mackenzie Gore. He gets just flat out filthy. You're not transitioning anymore. You got to come to play. You're young. You're here.
Jacob Webb coming out of their bullpen with one down and fouls that one away. Red Sox just had Christian Campbell cut down at home plate. Webb coming on, inheriting a runner, and Willier Abreu at second, who just doubled in a run to tie it 3-3. And the 0-1. Change up, and it's 0-2.
You get thrown at the plate, but really should be going back talking about that at bat by Willier Abreu. You're talking about building trust. You put an AB together. You laid off some tough pitches. You got the 3-2 off the sidearm, lefty, sinker, slider. You stay on it and drill it off the center field wall. That's buying you a bunch.
Now we're playing baseball. I mean, that you just, you know, your eyeballs to the test. That was a great at bat.
And the 0-2. Just sending the runner there. That's another matter. But if Alex Cora had a challenge, and the Red Sox lost it on a complicated play we were talking about at first base earlier.
Safe.
I think he's safe.
Now we go back and play it first again.
1-2. Out in front.
And that'll be grounded right in front of home plate. That'll go for out number 2. But the runner will advance to third.
2 down.
That's Willie Abreu.
So Romy Gonzalez will try and pick up the go-ahead RBI. We're locked at 3-3. Hits are even at 7. Each side with 1 error. Romy on the night is 0 for 2. Bregman, another fine night with a home run and a double. Go ahead run at third. With 2 down. And a bounding ball to third. Young will have to fire across his body.
Oh, he's safe. There we go. Let's go. But no. No, Romy looks hurt. No. And Josh Smith looks hurt. No.
On his back.
No.
Hip to hip.
And both of them
They're both down.
Red Sox have taken the lead 4-3. You knew that was going to be a challenging play for Young trying to throw.
I don't even care about the lead. That's
He came in, knows Romy can run, and then you got, basically.
no. Romy's in serious pain.
Footwork hasn't been great. Josh
Romy is in serious pain. Josh Smith is still down for the Rangers. I hope both these guys are all right. Josh Smith is getting up, but Romy is fucked. That's not good.
Red Sox with another
That's
first
like,
baseman down.
yeah, another first baseman down, man. This feels like deja vu.
With the play we talked about, with Romy's back foot kind of got around the bag, and with the collision, not quite. White did a good job getting on the way. And this
Come
one,
on.
There's no chance.
No, he's
Like Romy kind of flipped him on the hip when he ran by. You mentioned before, Romy's a big dude, and he can run.
Romy is still down, and he was writhing in pain. They got the towel under his head as like a pillow.
His right foot's on top, unfortunately, of the bag, so that's just the
You know, that looked painful for Josh Smith too. He was down for a concerning amount of time too. But
you have nowhere to go as a runner. Usually that right foot is in front of that person.
This says they're challenging
Smith
it.
is he is up and walking around.
Yes.
Romy is now in a seated position, being helped to his feet, and he's starting to walk.
All right. Okay. Good. But
Smith's hip.
is he going to be able to stay in the? I doubt it. No way he stays in the game. He's up and looking like kind of fine.
It was kind of like a tough night here, Kev.
I was thinking that was like literally another Casas.
You know, the footwork, yeah, there's some things you got to work on. There's no question about it.
Yeah, it's just, basically that's it. Right?
Dude, is he fine? Is he staying in the game? He's literally staying in the game. Let's go. Let's go, Romy. He's running.
At least they're both up.
Dude, don't fucking scare me like that.
Moving like he can. Looks like he's dragging
Don't
his
fucking
leg.
scare me like that, dude.
Old school Charlie horse.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the quad.
Yeah, it was just probably just a Charlie
Both
horse.
players walked away.
You know, Cora talked about this before.
Can we see a replay?
You know, how are we going to use Romy?
Because the Rangers are challenging this.
First, too, by the way.
The close play at first.
After review, the call on the field is over.
No!
Runner is out. Texas retains her challenge.
Come on!
Collision there, just focusing on the collision itself.
Does that delete the run? I wasn't even really. Yep, that deletes the run. So the Red Sox don't even take the lead there. Still a 3-3 ball game.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bat's up.
God damn it, man. It's like we're trying to fuck up our ass this game. It's like they're shoving a cactus consistently up our ass.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
The baseball gods really do not want the Red Sox to win this game. That's the tweet from Steve Peralt. That's true.
Custom cleats came when I earned the rights to wear custom cleats.
I think without going out and being loud and saying this is who I am or whatever, you can just kind of wear a certain shoe or a glove or a batting glove or whatever, and kind of shows who you are.
Hey, get away.
Your guys' garage is on fire.
10 years ago, I invented the
What
Ring
the
video
fuck,
doorbell
bro?
for moments like that.
Why would any Red Sox fan actually care about Brad Keselowski? Unless if you're a NASCAR fan. Like, so I'm one of, I guess, the few cases. I get it, like, he's the RFK, you know.
10 years
Same
of
thing, you know.
Security and tens of millions of safe
Same
homes.
ownership group.
Protect your home the way I do. Learn
No
more
Red
today.
Sox fan actually cares about Brad
They've
Keselowski.
got some young talent. Pretty dynamic, everyday position.
Or very few, you know.
Serious talent. There's some speed and there's some pop.
Probably is some, you know.
Ball to the
But
bullpen, so it'll be Bernardino to take over in what is a
Not a lot.
3-3 game. And because of the review, which went against the Red Sox, becomes an out at third base that takes the run.
not gonna lie though, with all the bullshit and as much as this game has kind of pissed me off, and it seems like the baseball gods don't want the Red Sox to win. Through all that, and like all the, you know, that challenge earlier that was bullshit, and then the not being able to challenge after that clearly safe play at home, we should be leading 5-3 right now.
Cole was talking about using these two, and he said he would think
But
about
throughout all that,
late
it's
because
been a
he's
fun
got more
game, I won't lie.
experience over there defensively.
We genuinely should be leading 5-3 right now.
Obviously, it's not the move you want to make because you'd rather have Romy Gonzalez be able to at least play. Now you're concerned
Well,
about
maybe
where we're at.
4-3. They should definitely be leading 4-3.
So Corey Seager will climb
Or maybe
in a
4-2.
3-3 game as we move to the
I think it would be 4-2 because I think that challenge earlier would have saved the run.
Only one run that inning. Felt like we scored 4.
I know, right?
Seager's gone 1 for 3 with a base hit. He has scored a run.
Burns going to have lefty, and Seager, Peterson, and Simeon, but we saw last night, it looked like Jock's going to face the lefty.
But it's a 3-3 ball game because baseball's not even baseball's stupid. It's just the umps are stupid and the rules are stupid. You know, that super confusing play, which I still don't even entirely understand. I get something with the appeal, like you have to appeal
And a little pop up to center.
something. Like what? Just like I don't know, man.
So let's take a review of
That's out
that
number
last
one.
play. I've had plenty of
Brendan
reviews
Bernardino's
tonight.
in.
And this is the collision at first with Smith and Romy Gonzalez.
Ooh, just focusing so
No,
much
that
on
was
this
that was
collision.
out.
You see that ball hitting that leather, his foot up, another close one.
Well, I think that's too close to call.
And then you saw the quad. It's like a
And didn't they call it safe?
you know, when he fell, but
They called it safe, yeah. And I think that's too close to call, so
I think they got it right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they got it right.
I'm not as sure that they got it right.
Just needs to be in front of that bag, not on top of the middle.
Because, like, if you can't call it, then it goes to what the call originally was.
And a bounding ball to short.
There's not enough evidence, which I don't think there was. It's out number 2.
3-3 game in the 7th.
I'm just really happy Romy and Josh Smith are both okay.
He is 0 for 3 tonight, a fly out. He's hit 2 on
Here's
the
Marcus Semien hitting 186 on the year, has a 507 OPS, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs for former third place MVP vote.
Center field,
And just,
Raphael again.
he's out number 3. And just like a really good player overall.
Through the 7th.
It's kind of surprising to see that. He's not been playing that well this year.
It's time for the great mascot race. Here's the pitch. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd is going wild. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. Here's the play at the plate.
Seager is one of the best hitting shortstops in the history of baseball.
They should be playing this game under protest. I'm not really even entirely sure what that means either, but I'm pretty sure it's like you can like play the rest of the game, but then like it's never really happened, I don't think, but like if they end up like agreeing to the protest, the game can be replayed from the time that like you protested it. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable. This is the show that never ends.
You love the players.
50-50.
You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB auction lets you bid on
MLB protested game occurs when a manager believes that an umpire has misapplied the rules of baseball, not just made a judgment call, but actually applied the rules incorrectly in a way that affects the outcome of the game. The only misapplication of the rules, not judgment calls, can be at the time of the disputed play is when it must be made before the next pitch. What happens if it's upheld? The game is resumed from the point of the protest. If it's denied, the game results.
Bunting for hits. Connor Wong can run. Romy can
That's
run.
completed.
Hamilton, Cedon. And look at this one was bunted hard. This wasn't a great bunt, but this is still not an easy play for a third baseman. Like a barehanded play, you still got to catch it and throw it over there. You get a knock.
A real-world example, in 2014, the San Francisco Giants protested a game against the Cubs due to a faulty rain delay decision. The protest is upheld.
That thing was smoked to third base.
When did that happen? Or 2014, but I want to hear more about that.
Oh, but this time of the base hit, smacked into left field. And the Red Sox have 2 on.
Wow. So yeah, in 2014, apparently there was a actual misapplication of the rules, and upheld the San Francisco Giants protest Tuesday, or this is August 20th, or I don't know exactly when it was, but August 2014. Upheld the San Francisco Giants protest Tuesday night over their rain-shortened loss against the Chicago Cubs and ruled that the game would be resumed Thursday afternoon at Wrigley Field. Wow. So it has happened.
That was a bunter.
Garcia coming in to take on to bring on the lefty. We'll have more from Fenway in a moment.
I think the sneaky team to watch.
None of that's happening. I'm talking about nothing that even matters, but they should protest this game.
A lot of experience up top.
I like where this team's headed.
Because I think, yeah, they would have a good case.
Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting.
Does Corey does not care as much?
This Giants team is going to make noise.
Feels like Corey doesn't have as much, like, oomph right now. Like, because I remember there was a game back in 2019 where the Red Sox played under protest. It never ended up being upheld, but, you know, I remember there was a game against the Rays where, like, there was some confusion with, like, replacements and, like, switching players or some shit where, like, caused, like, a 20-minute delay on the field, and they ended up protesting the game.
Now Chico to the belt. Checks the runner's belly yard, trying to hold Ramirez close. And what happened?
A wild pitch. That one goes into the seats. All right, in unison, just a little outside.
Sometimes you come to a baseball game and see something you've never seen before. I guarantee you will see that again. And again. And again.
You love the players.
50-50.
You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more, with items added.
And Robert Garcia, 176 ERA. Last night fanning both Duran and Devers. He was in the 8th inning. Here we're in the 7th. Nobody out, 2 on.
So here's Jaron Duran hitting 265 on the year, 722 OPS.
Pretty much sitting around 94.
I think it was 2 home runs.
Change up in the pocket versus lefties.
Got 2 runners on, but nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. That's gonna be a liner caught, and it's safe at second, but so that's out, 1 out. Yeah, Connor Wong was able to get back in there. Almost a double play.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
Look, we're talking about a catcher. Connor Wong is a great athlete.
Yeah.
This is double play 95% of the time. Not, you know.
I think Connor Wong is disrespected. He has his hitting issues at times, but like, he's super athletic for being a catcher.
To the right, I mean to the left of him. You know, if you take your
I mean, catchers are, you know, insane athletes. Let's not get that wrong, but just the baseball aspect that he's able to play, you know, being fast, base running awareness.
Locked up 3-3. Long at second. Rafaela at first.
That's something you usually don't see out of a catcher.
And a 1-strike pitch. 0-2. Red Sox, for the briefest of moments, did have the lead. And then on review, I think they got it right. Gonzalez, despite the collision, was ruled out. And a run came off the board.
Come on, Raffy.
And the 0-2.
1-2.
Big play here is that one at first base and the ruling, because it took the challenge away from Alex Cora. Christian Campbell in that close play at home that was ruled out. I think you challenge it, you get that run back.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's 2-2.
Long and Rafaela, good speed on the bases, and a 2-2 to Rafi. Little dribble to first base. Smith will take it to the bag and get the out. Runners move up to second and third. And Toy.
You let Bregman beat you? He does. Good kid. Campbell on deck. Another righty, though. Back-to-back righties. See if they just be careful with him. Yeah, we build a little chat.
Yeah, it's Alex Bregman.
Yeah, Alex Bregman's up. Runners on second and third.
Hoisted up in the pen today. Bregman with a home run and a double. He's driven in a run. He's scored 2 more. The bottom of the 7th. Let's see if they pitch to him. FW Webb for plumbing, heating, HVACR, PBF, and more. Go where the pros go. Visit FWWebb.com for a location near you.
You know, they always say, don't let a pitcher change your mind. Right? When you go to the mound, you want to walk, I'm going to go talk to him, I'm going to tell him I will walk him. But, you know, you always wonder if you're not there, no, I want this guy, I want this guy. Do you trust him? Right?
We've heard those conversations at the mound.
Yeah.
Right? That's my guy. And then usually when they go to the mound, as a hitter, it's like, all right, I'm going 0-0 ambush.
NBA update, the Celtics are leading the Knicks 84-72 with 6:39 left in Game 2. Knicks lead that series 1-0.
Yeah.
And then the Thunder and the Nuggets play in about half an hour.
The other one they've been saying for 150 years is, if you don't mind walking him, you might as well walk him.
I think that first pitch tells you a lot.
That's right.
We'll change up way off the plate. Try to get in the chase.
And a lefty with a 1-0. And a line.
There you go. Let's go. Yeah. That's going to score 1 run, and that's going to score 2 runs. So despite the baseball gods hating us, the Red Sox still take the lead tonight. Let's fucking go.
Why bother trying to pitch around and make a mistake? If you want to walk the guy, just walk the guy. He's a good hitter, best hitter you got right now.
And who knows that's what the conversation was. We said it before we went up there. It's one thing with Boch. I'm surprised they did that. He's got 200 home runs. That's all you're going by is the back of the baseball card. Campbell's a tough hitter and probably, you know, contact, but it's Alex Bregman. He's got a couple rings and got a base open.
Said that first pitch was the giveaway.
And that'll be popped up. Christian Campbell, that's going to go back, and nope, it's going to be caught by Jonah Heim for out number 3. I thought it was going to go foul.
Alex Bregman in the clutch again, and the Red Sox have a 5-3 lead at the end of 7.
But yep, Alex Bregman comes in, gets the 2 RBIs right there, and that'll make it a 5-3 ball game as we head to the 8th inning in Boston, Massachusetts.
This kid's special, doing it all.
Saves the day. Does everything on the field, plays great defense, can steal bags. He's a monster.
If I'm on time, I know my swing is going to be in the best spot possible for me to hit the ball.
Listen, before you head out, we need to talk about protection. I got you a Hearts Pro Max flea and tick collar. You won't even know it's on. Yell before dark.
The soft and stretchy full body protection of Hearts Pro Max flea and tick collars with comfort technology.
2 runs are going to score.
Look at this shot. Little Darren Baker was standing very close behind home plate.
Darren Baker, who's only 3 years old.
And JT Snow picked him up and carried him out of there.
Thank goodness that JT Snow was aware.
That was amazing.
Yordan Alvarez is just becoming this consistent hitting machine.
But Whitman, who wears 44, is formed to form.
Face of the franchise, everything that is Houston now. He's top 5 in every category for the Houston Astros. Historically, always just assumed they're going to play in the ALCS. There's no effort.
Late inning heroics once again. He's a legend.
We do not talk about this superstar enough, and that's Rafael Devers.
6 straight game with a home run.
Jarren Duran is an extra base machine.
I've just always been like that guy that keeps his head down and works hard.
Swing and a miss from Chase. Well, Alex Bregman coming through once again has put the Red Sox in front 5-3. He's had a big night. Weissert coming on out of the bullpen. Bregman with a home run, a double, and a 2-run single to lift the Sox into the lead. Alex Bregman thought he was going to get walked.
Should have. Veteran, right? You got a lot of at-bats, understands the situation, kind of sat soft. The guy's got a good arm out there. But listen, Boch's not going to make every perfect call. It's a human factor also that goes into it. Campbell's had success on them the first series of the year. You know, but it's kind of pick your poison. But at the end of the day, your play percentage is Alex Bregman. He's got 1 million more at-bats, got 200 home runs, 2 rings, and we know he's a veteran. And, by the way, went deep tonight, so you saw what he's done.
He's just having a phenomenal start. Will pop up here by Garcia. On the move, it's Abreu to make the play.
Okay. All right, there we go.
It's a good changeup. Down and away, but Bregman sat on it. And look at this. Looking at Alex Cora. Should have walked me, right? He put 4 fingers out. Little spurt from AC.
So good. But that's what it's about, right? And enough about should they walk him. Credit goes to Alex Bregman for getting the job done. We can sit here and say, what did Boch do wrong? I don't care about that move. My move is my energy's going to Alex Bregman. That's a big knock.
That's strike 1 to Evan Carter.
It's what he brings this ball club.
He's been doing it all season for the Red Sox. As Carter looks for his first hit, he's got 0 for 3, and he'll take a strike.
And by the way, you got a 2-run lead in the 8th inning.
Greg Weissert's out to pitch right now, by the way.
No Whitlock. It's Weissert, right? Maybe staying away from them for a game.
Chapman warming in the bullpen. And a ground ball behind.
That'll be a ground ball to first base, and he'll just take it over. Abraham Toro. So I guess Romy did come out of the game.
And here's Chapman. Getting ready to pass.
I think he finished. Wait, no, that inning was over, right? Yeah, because of that challenge. So I don't know if he came back out.
Well, there's a reason why Weissert's out there, really. I mean, he's been throwing the ball really, really well for this team. Maybe a hiccup, in a game or two, but lately throwing the ball well.
I hate the hiccups.
Jonah Heim here, 292 with 4 home runs. Had a good night. He's been on base 3 times. Red Sox have out-hit Texas 10-7. Yankees and Padres are 1-1 there in the 7th inning. Minnesota leading the Orioles 3-2 there in the 6th.
Orioles got issues right now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they've got issues. They can't pitch. I mean, the starting pitching, we talk about their young draft and how good they are there, but like, they're probably one of the most disappointing teams right now early in the year.
Definitely. 3-0 in there for strike. Just didn't get aggressive in the offseason.
No, you lose Burns and you think you're going to go out there without, like,
Yeah. So Abraham Toro did replace Romy Gonzalez immediately after that.
Crochet comes out here like a big boy.
But Romy looked like he was fine because he was up and jogging, but I guess they just took him out of the game as precaution, which I get. And that'll be brought over from Greg Weissert to be out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here in Boston, Massachusetts.
In a world of rising
A game that is now going kind of fast again.
lowering them on our 2 most popular SUVs. The always adventure-ready Pathfinder and our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. From our U.S. factories to your driveway since 1983. Now get 3.9% APR for 60 months on Rogue, one of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
I kind of don't want this game to end. I'm enjoying watching it.
There's a unicorn in Hollywood.
The lineup we know is incredibly deep, but that starting rotation is unlike anything I can remember.
I got them running the National League.
I think this is the first of like 4 or 5 straight world championships.
This is just an incredible wealth of riches.
He's in a world of his own.
There's just so much to go around, and the punch just seemed to fit perfectly.
If you're a Rockies fan, they've got some young talent. Pretty dynamic, everyday position.
Starting to see some young guys with some serious talent. There's some speed and there's some pop.
Man, I always keep a little chip on my
I
shoulder.
don't know, man. There's nothing good about the Rockies.
Crazy range, rocket arm.
They just need to have some guys that have breakout years. There's potential there to have that.
They're going to be competitive in every game.
Years in business. Red Sox were down 2-0 in this one against a guy who had not allowed a home run all season long, and then they hit 2. Tanner Houck 4 2/3 tonight. No decision for him. Bregman has been the star. 3 for 4 with a double, a home run, 3 RBIs. His 2-run single has put the Red Sox in front as we go to the last half of the 8th inning. Caleb Bosley coming out of their bullpen.
Yep, Caleb Bosley coming out. That's a 5.19 ERA this year.
Willier with a home run and a double of his own tonight.
There's Willier.
From him.
2 for 3 tonight.
Another home run off Malley. But then that double off of Milner, the tough lefty.
Yeah, off the center field wall, he hit it a ton.
Good swing there. Yeah, 3 and 5 spots tonight in this lineup. Nice night.
He's got 8 home runs.
I mean, obviously he's on a great pace. What were you thinking he might hit this year?
It was odd, right? Because in camp you never saw him. I didn't even think he'd be there opening day. Thank God he was.
I told DeRosa 25 to 30. We were sitting at his house, sitting there. He isn't, you know, he knows him obviously, but I was like, I'm just telling you. He goes, really? You think that, man? I go, just the lower half of what I've seen, like the power's different in the cages. It sounds different. It's amazing.
1-2 to Willier. He's been a Texas killer. Fouls that one back. Cutter in on the hands.
Well, the swing. You see a lot of these guys too. There's a reason why he's up there and walks too. He sees the ball real well. It's like he's already preloaded. There's just a little body lean. A lot of guys move their hands back, their stride, everything else. There's not much movement with him. He could just get long at times. And you thought if he could swing and miss a little bit less at strikes, as a rookie, it's going to happen. Make that adjustment. Who knows what the ceiling could be for this kid?
1-2. And lifted foul at the third baseline. Young giving it a long look. With the weight he lost in spring training with the virus, I didn't expect the power we've seen. But right out of the gate on opening day, he hits the home run to lead the Red Sox to a win.
He almost looks a little more athletic. He was a little thick last year. I remember saw him at camp the first day before that virus hit him. I said, "Did you lose some weight?" He said, "No, I got a haircut."
Every time you get a haircut, you look. That's why you look better.
I dropped 5 pounds today.
Yeah, all that coffee.
1-2.
So 1-2 count to Willier.
He'll lay off the one
2-2.
outside. Usually he's the one who does the hair cutting. Back home he has a hair salon, and he's the guy who'll cut hair when he's asked to. He's very good at it.
All right, it's like Millar.
Do you feel like you
with
lose
the no
weight
guard
when you get a haircut, OB?
I feel like I lose about 7 or 8 pounds.
I agree. It's like that clean shaven too. Like if you wear a beard, you clean shave, it looks like you're a prospect.
Yeah.
You're a top baseball prospect. You're like, what happened?
Well, must have had. Got the ball.
Pretty good trade.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing? Catch a ball, you got to throw your hat.
I think so. And a 2-2 all the way to Willier. Another good at bat here, a full count.
He's locked in. Period. He's not budget.
Here it is. Not going to get that back.
Yeah.
9th pitch of the at bat here.
Golly. That goes right over there about. That's probably, I'm looking at putting wise, a 75-foot putt, and that was right at me. That was as close as we've had, like, here. Hines made 2 plays I thought were coming up here, and they were on the field of play.
Right at Alex Spear. 3-2 again. Swinging a high.
Oh my God. Willier?
In the direction of the pesky pole.
Yeah, let's go, Willier! Woo! Willier again to make it a 6-3 ball game. 2 home run game for Willier Abreu. Man, woo! Give him that helmet. Give him that helmet, Jaron. There you go. In that fucking hat.
He is it.
Well, Red Sox, as far as the home runs go tonight, a hat trick. And leading it 6-3, and that'll bring up Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story.
Who's gone 0 for 3.
And by the way, too, he brings goal with him out right. This you talk about at bats. How about putting 3 of them together, right? Homer, double off a tough lefty. Let's try to sneak a little 93 down and in. It's not going to work.
I'll tell you right now, Bochy's thinking he's the best hitter in the world.
Yeah.
He's thinking he's the best hitter in the world. I mean, the first week of the season, like he's hitting breaking balls and fastball doubles and triple, and he come here and he's sitting there going, who is he?
I'll give you Seager, DeGrom, and Evaldi for a break.
Immediately, and I'll take this
So
out.
1-1 count to Trevor Story.
Tom Moore and John Henry, you can have them.
1-1 swung on and missed.
Give me Abreu.
Wearing out the wall he hit tonight.
It's just so simple. He's already strong in his stance. It's just a little lean. It allows him to see pitches, to get to a 3-2 count. When he's locked in, that swing.
3rd career multi-homer game. This is the craziest stat. All versus the Rangers. 2 of them were in Texas.
Home runs. Sox leading 6-3.
It was that game last year in August, right? The day that his grandma died.
Started out there in Arlington. And, he's had ebbs and flows, but man, when he gets hot.
Opening day this year.
Well, the game of baseball is tough, and so you have these little scenes, and like right now, Story's going through it. You become the victim of the.
Here's Abraham Toro.
But boy, oh boy, the Abreu, he's just balanced and, like you
Hitting
said,
250 on the year.
golden right in the glove, and he's liked
Here's
by
ball
the
one.
team. Like, you just see this young man getting ready to become the star. Is what I like it.
And if you need, a little behind the ears, a little trim, you're in great shape with Willier. He's great with the scissors.
I would love to get one today. I didn't even know that. I'm asking.
1-0 and a swinging bunt up the line.
Oh my God, he's gonna get it? Nope.
And a nice play to get the out.
On number 2.
And get Toro, 2 gone.
When you bring defense like he does too, you talk about the ebbs and flows. Everyone's going to have 2 weeks where they can't find. But you still help me win ball games, right? Because of what you're doing out in right field. And that's the key to this. When you're not going well, how do you help me win ball games? And he can still do that with his defense out in right.
Tied for second among Major League right fielders in defensive run saves coming into play tonight. Here's Connor Wong with the bases empty.
That's the one thing.
Connor Wong's out.
This game is
2
played
outs.
like 2 sides of it.
Oh,
You
1
the
count to
offense and
him.
The defense. We obviously get enamored about the home runs and the RBIs, the big hits. That's where you got to separate, and that's where exactly what you said, Lou. He separates it because he's out there roaming, and you don't take it. And as our younger years in Little League and high school, that's all we did.
That'll be
back to the hill.
Yep, back to the hill, and that'll be out number 3.
Strike again.
So the Texas Rangers will come up now in the top of the 9th with 1 more chance to try to come back.
Kansas City's hot. And Bobby Witt Jr. is piping hot.
Big swing from the Royal superstar.
The greatest player on earth right now.
You become like a massive, massive force.
You have to work more. You have to sacrifice yourself more.
That's the type of baseball that wins come postseason. Just the team that we have, just doing things one pitch at a time, 1 inning at a time. It's just so much fun.
A star is born, talking about Jackson Churio.
He's coming into his own right before our eyes.
That truly believe in the presence and the person that Jackson Churio is.
You have to love the versatility he brings. He can play left field, he can play right field.
Youngest player in MLB history to record 20-plus homers, 20-plus stolen bases.
It's the first Brewer that had 2 home runs in a postseason game.
Jackson Churio.
Turn on baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning. Experience live baseball in a whole new way with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire.
MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Well, that's a great baseball color. And good guess, by the way. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
Next baseball on this and brought to you by Conrest, New England's premier IT solutions provider, by Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, celebrating 70 years in business, and by W.B. Mason. Request your food service catalog today at WBMason.com. To the 9th inning we go. Louis Tiant with the cigar up there. Red Sox trying to put the finishing touches on this one, a 6-3 lead. Josh Young will lead it off here against Aroldis Chapman. A swing and a high drive deep to left. That should
be a home run.
And way out of Fenway.
By Josh Young.
So
I'm making it a 6-4 ball game. Number 44 is in. Once again, I'm not going to say his name. Doesn't deserve his name to be said, but you just give him a home run. He's actually been really good this year.
He's going up there, well, I'm going to get 100 either way, and he got 98.
So I think it's one of his few home runs he's given up this year.
So it tightens it up to a 2-run affair.
But that'll make it a 6-4 ball game.
Second home run of the year given up by Chapman.
Fouled away by Smith.
Only his second home run.
In their lineup, he's gone 1 for 4.
You're going to get 3 digits now in that fastball. Like he just made the big fella a little cranky.
17 strikeouts in 11 in the 3rd innings. Only 4 walks.
101. Told you. This is very young. Sorry, Smitty. I didn't mean to, but you're going to get.
So number 44 is coming out, trying to get the save. He's in a save situation.
Chapman's 0-2. Shattered back,
and
ball back to the pitcher.
Nice. He's going to get
He'll go for the
back
tag.
out there. He's going to tag him, nice and slow.
One away.
Out number 1.
Smith was like,
Yeah, Smith was just like, yeah, you know what, tag me. You know, like, you clearly got me, just tag me.
It was 102 on the hands. I mean, it was, you want to talk about just above the thumb, and then that tags you. That's like Judge and Altuve by the time they meet.
Remember
Here you go.
Trevor Story, or no, it was Nolan Arenado and Javier Baez.
Alex Bregman.
2018.
It's first time in Williams' career he's had 3 extra base hits in one game.
At a wild card game, they had a play where Nolan was. I think it was Nolan on second, and Javi playing defense. Maybe it was the other way around. I don't remember. But
third run, Chapman's given.
Yeah, he was running, and then
appearances. It's the first
he was like,
time
"Ah,
he's given
you're clearly gonna tag me out," and they just hugged it out.
He gave up 2 to them.
Missed for ball 3.
Good.
So he hasn't thrown a pitch under 98 after the first pitch. Homer.
Seager on deck. 1 away. And walked
And that's ball 4.
So fun and games till the time.
So Wyatt Langford gets on base with a walk.
Seager's got 1 for 4.
We're not happy with CB. He only took 9 innings.
And they're yelling at C.D. Buckner.
It was going to come a lot sooner than that.
Nope.
Seager, good power, 4 home runs. Tonight, the
ball 1.
Celtics lost again.
Really?
91-90 to the Knicks.
Wow.
They were up by 14. They're up by
They were up,
14,
yeah.
8 minutes left till we
Yeah.
looked at the commercial. Then
Wow.
They lost.
About that. One away, a man on. A throw where he's back in.
Knicks win game 2, 91-90. Wow.
Yes.
You been to Vegas?
That's surprising.
They build those on all the favorite bettors.
Yep.
You called it before the game.
1-0. Swinging a high fly ball right field.
And that'll
Not
be
deep enough for
deep
Brady.
out to right field, but not deep enough yet. Caught by Willie Brave for out number 2. And the Rangers are down to their final out.
2 away in the 9th. Red Sox ahead 6-4. Trying to put this one into the win column and even up the series here with Texas. Red Sox coming from behind tonight. Some late dramatics by Abreu and Bregman. And now Krim gets in with a runner on. Home run cut.
Fouled off.
100 miles an hour. And it's
0-1.
Fascinating to me how long he's been throwing this hard. It really is. I remember seeing him in Cincinnati early in his career, that 103. You're like, we've never seen anything like this. Randy Johnson was like 101. I was like, okay. But it's fascinating how big and strong.
Strike 2.
Shape. 102. I mean, he looks the exact same. It's kind of like Mario Rivera. 20 years, he looks the exact same.
Yeah.
Right?
I really hate that we signed this guy.
That long. Like the man gets up, he goes, works out.
I'd rather lose without him than win with him.
What's he eat? I'm going to ask time. What's he eat? Vegetables? Meat?
I don't give a fuck if that's bad.
Runner on at first, and here comes the 0-2 pitch to Blaine Krim. Just got a piece of it.
That's fouled off.
104. Wow, that was 104 miles an hour.
100.
Damn, 104 miles an hour
104.
for number 44.
That's the hardest.
He just thrown the fastest ever pitch, 106.
Hardest I think he's thrown in
104. That's, yeah, I think that's the fastest pitch of the year in all of MLB.
Let's get a piece.
It's crazy.
Maybe it was a glove.
Fouled off once again. Yeah, I think he just threw the fastest pitch
I was just going to say.
of the
It
year.
doesn't matter if it's in the dirt, you're swinging.
I hate him,
Just
but
don't hit him
you
in the
know,
foot.
my job here is to
That pitch that
I guess
came up
call the
with
game.
104. technically 103.8, but
McCall, like I said, that was a great pitch.
He deserves to round it up.
Who's the guy in Anaheim, the closer? Was they going to get 105 this year? Might have been the fastest. Ben Joyce. Ben Joyce might have thrown the fastest pitch, I think.
And the 0-2.
And that'll be 1-2.
This was never close to the plate. You show that thing anywhere near the plate, out of the hand, that's a swing.
We do believe, by the way, that was the fastest pitch thrown in the majors this year.
Yep.
That was?
That was.
Yep, it was the fastest pitch thrown in the major leagues this year.
And it was fouled off.
104.
2 down and a 1-2 offering.
How are we getting pieces of this?
All right, Blaine. Jeez Louise.
Back in 2016, he threw one 105.7. Another at 105.4. And even last year, 105.1. 1-2 on the way.
And that's 2-2.
This kid's putting pretty good at bat. I mean, he's seeing 103, 104. I'd like to see the swing and miss and stare down. Right?
Yeah, I think you're going to get it right here.
If he does that, and here comes Wong out for a chat.
No. Connor Wong's coming out to talk with the world with number 44.
Among friends. 6-4 Red Sox here in the ninth. It has been a wild and woolly game. If you're just tuning in, Red Sox getting some giant hits late in the contest by Alex Bregman and Wilyer Abreu. Now trying to put it in a win column right here. Chapman ready. Anchored the runner at first and a 2-2.
2-2. And that's strike 3. That'll do it. The Red Sox win it. Red Sox win 6-4 against the Texas Rangers. What a great night. That'll bring my stream record to 5-5. My all-time stream record to 36-38.
And then, of course, Chapman getting it done here. That's a big win. You really needed to win this ball game and now try to take this series tomorrow.
I'll be tomorrow afternoon at 1:35. Kev, always a pleasure. Thanks so much, pal.
Thank you, guys, man. It was always fun.
You're the best. This Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Stay tuned for W.B. Mason Extra Innings
Dirty
Live.
water.
Jim will break it down. Plus, Jemai interviews Alex Bregman.
Your mouth.
More coming up after the break.
I have to pee real bad.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. Showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
The face of the game of baseball is running through this guy right here.
That dude has electricity coming out of his pores.
You're changing the sport, man. Go out there every day and give them 100%.
Every day he does something that draws your attention. Green is cooking with gas.
It feels like he's finally put it all together. I think Hunter Green's about to become a super ace of a playoff team. That's what the Cincinnati Reds are going to do in 2025.
is won. Talking about Jackson Churio.
He's coming into his own, maybe for our eyes.
That truly believe in the presence and the person that Jackson Churio is.
And for 2025, Consumer Reports' most reliable automotive brand is Subaru. It's no surprise they also named Subaru the best overall automotive brand. Find yours and learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com/CR.
Welcome to our Wasabi Fenway studios. The Red Sox win a wild one at Fenway Park tonight. It is WB Mason Extra Innings Live, fast, free food service delivery. Nobody does it better. Tom Karen, Hall of Famer Jim Rice. There's certain wins along the year you look at and say, these are the kind of wins that bring a team together. You feel pretty good after a win like this because it looked for all the world like it was getting away from them.
No doubt about that, but still it was like a little nail biter. You know, you and I had our nails going and everything, I feel. But you're at home, you got the fans behind you, and you've been losing a lot of one-run games, and all of a sudden you're behind the 8 ball, and you just, hey, we got to grind it out, guys. We got to win this one. We got to find some way of winning this game.
The nails are gone on this hand because I was watching the Celtics out of one eye. The nails are back on this hand because the Red Sox pulled this out. There's a lot to talk about here, but let's begin with an ill-fated decision for the Texas Rangers. 7th inning tie game, 2nd and 3rd. First base is empty with 2 outs. Alex Bregman is not just the hottest hitter on the Red Sox. He's one of the hottest hitters in baseball. It looks like they're pitching around him, but they leave one out over the plate. Why would Robert Garcia even try to throw to him?
I don't think they was trying to pitch around him. If I'm the pitcher in a situation like that, I'm going to nibble in the outside corner, and all of a sudden you get 2 balls or 3 balls. They're supposed to go ahead and put him on.
I'm back.
No.
Game's over.
That is exactly what Alex Bregman did tonight.
One reason is I'm looking at
about to interview him.
He's not a big swinger. He's a guy that's short and quick. He knows how to make that adjustment, and that's what you got to do. When you feel like your swing is long, what do? Step out of batter's box. I got to shorten up.
How about that little Cheshire Cat grin from Alex Cora over on the other side? Said, you made a mistake. That's right, Mr. Bochy. You might be one of the best managers in the game, but that one hurt you. As they throw to Bregman, and Bregman delivers, he has had himself just a terrific start. 3 for 4 tonight with a home run, 3 runs batted in. Here's the home run, the 200th of his
Now, did you see how quick that bat was? It's no way in the world I was going to pitch him in a situation like that. No way.
Not the way he's swinging it right now. He's a triple shy of the cycle tonight, scored 2 runs, drove in 3, and as we just showed you, had the 200th home run of his career, 9th of the season, 19 consecutive games he has been on base safely.
They get the same notes we get?
Yes, they do. They're all here in yellow, some are in orange for him.
I'm trying to wait for the Bregman interview.
By the Super Dealers of New England, there's that 19-game on-base streak, 378.
Because he got his 200th career home run tonight.
Scored 18 RBI. That's almost 1 a game. A run and an RBI every single game over that 19-game streak. Afterwards, he spoke with Jemai Webster.
Here he is.
Thank you very much. Well, Alex, how nice was it to see those late inning at-bats, the way you guys approached it, punctuated by Willie's home run there, 2nd of the night?
No, it was great. Obviously, our pitchers did a good job keeping us in a ball game, giving us a chance to get some time to score, and obviously they got a good pitching staff over there, so we were fortunate enough to put some good innings together and came out on top today.
With the base open there in the 7th, how surprised were you they decided to pitch to you there?
Not surprised. They have really good arms, and was just fortunate enough to put a good swing on it.
Able to hit your 200th career home run. When you think about that accomplishment, how significant is that for you?
I mean, it's just it's pretty cool. Been playing for a while now at this level, and been fortunate enough to be lucky enough to play this game, and super thankful just for being able to play the game that I love so much since I was a little kid. So just keep it going.
All right, keep it going, Alex. Thanks so much. Congrats on the win.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
That was Alex Bregman. So, yeah. So tonight for the game, the Red Sox win 6-4. For the Rangers, Adolis Garcia had the home run in the 4th inning off of Tanner Houck. Josh Young had the home run in the 9th inning off of number 44. Adolis Garcia had 2 RBIs. Josh Young had an RBI, and Corey Seager had an RBI. For pitching, Tyler Mahle pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, walked 1 batter, gave up 2 home runs, and has a 1.48 ERA. Hobie Milner got the blown save, his first of the year. He pitched a third of an inning, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, has a 2.25 ERA. Jacob Webb has the loss, his second of the year. That brings his record to 2-2. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, and has a 4.91 ERA. Robert Garcia pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, has a 1.65 ERA. And then Caleb Bouchely pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, struck out 1, has a home run, gave up 1 home run, and has a 5.59 ERA. For the Red Sox, Alex Bregman had the home run in the 4th inning off of Tyler Mahle. Willie Abreu had 2 home runs today. One in the 4th inning off of Tyler Mahle, and then 1 in the 8th inning off of Bouchely. 3 home runs tonight for the Red Sox. And then Willie Abreu had 3 RBIs, and Alex Bregman also had 3 RBIs. That was all the scoring tonight was off of those 2 guys. Tanner Houck tonight pitched 4 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs. Walked 2, struck out 2, gave up 1 home run, has a 6.10 ERA. And then Justin Wilson pitched an inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, struck out 2, has a 3.18 ERA. Brendan Bernardino got the win, his 2nd win on the year, brings him to a 2-1 win-loss record. Pitched 1 inning, has a 1.93 ERA. Greg Weisser got the hold, his 4th on the year, his 4th hold of the year. Pitched 1 inning, has a 2.81 ERA. And then number 44 got his save, his 5th save of the year. Pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and then gave up 1 home run. He has a 2.19 ERA. So Red Sox win 6-4. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 44 minutes. And that's going to do it here. It was a really fun night tonight. The baseball gods did not want us to win, and I said earlier on Twitter, I was replying to Steve Peralt. He said the baseball gods do not want us to win, and I said that means we will. And I was right. We're going to win. We won. So go Red Sox. Fun night tonight. I want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out.